Listen to this song from the moon out of the beer next to talking to Superior, they said them all tears up for dead. When the girls and all never got
What's up, guys? Coming to you live, Smallmouth Crush. Tonight, we got a big guest for you. Hooked up tackle at Epic
You better
Eric,
help him out,
Travis
Eric. That
Manson.
was terrible. Stop while you're ahead. JP. Guys, JP's auditioning for the intern role.
He's your apprentice.
Yeah. So Alex took offense to last week's episode. The bantering, the back and forth with Eric and I was just too much for him. The dude's like, I'm out. And I can't blame him. So we're trying to find our next victim.
JP.
That story. By the way, the screen's messed up, JP. You're supposed to be down on the bottom.
I'm below whale shit, all right? The dirt below whale shit. That's me.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny, man. The chode father. That is brilliant. Literally brilliant, man. I love that. You have to find a way to make a sticker out of that.
Perhaps.
I think we need it. Anybody interested in a chode father sticker? I think it's brilliant.
I'm just hoping Eric doesn't break out that magnifying glass tonight. That's all I'm hoping.
Oh, it's coming.
Alex is actually doing some
don't
Army
encourage
stuff.
me. Oh, that's important.
Yeah.
Thank you,
training.
Alex, for your service. Sup, chodes? No, John. Travis was just telling a story. Alex is good.
Sign off in the house. Want to know where everybody's from. Any new people tonight? Is there anyone that's never seen a live show in their life? Let me know in the comments, please.
Great
we
question.
Welcome all the regulars. Mr. Riddle, Mango, JP, other JP, Slumpy Gumpy, Waves, Kern and Ice, of course.
Sean Lai.
Troy.
John Barnum, new from Tennessee. Pastor Mike, Michigan.
Well, welcome, John.
There you go. That's right.
John, you've never seen a live show? Basser Mike, never?
First time here, Brendan Andrews. You're right. He's a regular lurker. John Tix. On the road for bass. New here. Where you from, man? Low life.
Travis
fishing,
Weiss.
Western
Travis,
NC.
I owe you a call back. I do apologize. I lost track of time this week. It's been a very busy week. We tried to launch a new garage cam. I don't know if you guys seen it, Eric, JP. Did you tune into the garage cam at all?
I called you up while you were on it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, I was on it.
You asked me about it. I said, why not? Try it.
And we're going to continue to try that. We're going to do impromptus. We're going to do, I don't even know what the title was. I had a good title.
A random live. I think the Rando Live.
Rando Lives and Garage
Rando
Cam.
Lives and Garage Cam. Rando Lives are good, man. If you get a notion just to like do some tank testing on a Rando
Thomas
Live.
Will, Jig Squad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Do it, man.
I loved it. The problem was, even though
wasn't much going on,
and I was trying to avoid the cameras, I would always glance over. I would share a little bit. People got a little bit of information from me. They saw some of the craziness. It was a kind of a boring day when I did go Garage Cam Live for 24 hours.
Well, I can imagine it's hard to act like the cameras aren't on, right?
Right. Well,
Like when you know they're there.
Yeah.
here's the funny thing. There was a time, and thankfully there was only 6 people and nobody commented. I took a phone call, and during that call, some sensitive information was being said, as well as some aggressiveness in my voice during that conversation. And so thankfully nobody even said anything in the chat. But I actually forgot for about 10 minutes into the call that, oh shit, the cameras are on. And I had to mute it.
Wow. That's pretty spectacular.
Yeah. Daniel goes, I was in the garage cam by mistake in the middle of the night. What shocked me was I was not alone.
Maybe you'd pop out there for a seltzer. Is that a plain seltzer? No flavoring tonight?
Blueberry. Giant was out of the black cherry.
Okay. Gotcha.
They were waiting for the pale skinned 6'8" or 6'4" vampire to walk out into the garage in the middle of the night, sleepwalking for that special bait.
It could have been a variety of things. It could have been a vampire. You know, some people said they saw some shadow people. The Greys come to mind. The Greys, you know the Greys.
I do not.
And so, Sure, no. You do. You're joking.
I have no clue. Seriously, no clue.
Listen, I hate to put you guys on the spot, but I have an important, believe it or not, issue that's going to take 35 seconds, but I have to step away. Fair enough?
Okay, we're going to time it. And
JP, 3, if you could, 2, some people are wondering how your weight loss is going.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you guys about the weight loss.
Give us
I'm almost down into the 320s, fellas. The weight's dumping off. I get home today. I look in the cabinet. I'm almost out of protein. I start calling around, right? I find it. It's like 32-minute drive for me to get there, but I got to be on the show at 8 o'clock, right? So I leave the house, get in the car. I was just telling Eric this story. I start heading there, right? Bang, my gas light comes on. I'm like, oh, man, I don't have time for this crap, right? So I'm like, I'll go to Walmart, get something to hold me over. So I shoot down to Walmart's, right? I go to walk in. I got no mask. I live in a state that's got the mask mandate right now.
I'm back.
So I shoot back over to the gas station, pump the gas, bum a mask, bang back over to Walmart, grab something I think is going to hold me over. But man, 257, I'm down to 231. So I'm almost down I'm almost down into the 220s, which is the goal that I set 8 weeks ago. I feel great, dude. My knees and my back feel awesome.
That's awesome.
Everywhere I go, I went to the Bass Club meeting yesterday for the Club Classic, just to like support my buddies that won Angler of the Year or whatever. Every single person there was like, "What the hell? Are you sick?"
Oh, no.
What are you talking about? They're like, "Dude, your clothes are falling off. I got to buy new clothes, man."
On the road for Bass, your head got smaller.
Yeah, well, I ordered all this Ranger gear, dude. This shirt is so big.
Look at that, man.
You know, I'll give it away, I guess.
Keep going, JP. A big round of applause.
Thank you.
Good job, man. Good job.
So JP sent me a message earlier today because you bought the Vega 1. That's a good choice for protein powder as well.
Okay, is it going to taste like junk?
If you mix anything with almond milk, bro, it's good.
Right. Almond milk. And then it tastes like water? Or do you use vanilla, the vanilla flavored one?
Nope.
Vega Pro. That's the stuff that I bought, the Vega Pro. But whatever, you know. It's just to hold me over. No, it's chocolate. Vanilla I can't do the flavor? Vanilla.
You don't like the vanilla? Chocolate's good?
Mm-hmm.
God dang.
What's up, man? Somebody says $1 for we got a bid going for the Ranger shirt. It's too big. $1.
Listen, seriously, I got one question for T-Bone here about this weight loss thing, and then I'm going to not talk. No, I'm not going to talk about it again.
Call me T-Bone. Go ahead.
The question is, how long do I stay on the keto pills? Because I'm almost out of my second 60 pill bottle.
I think you're good.
Should I wean myself off, or should I buy another 2 bottles?
No, just stop and start eating right. You'll be fine.
All right.
It did what it did. It did what it did. Supplement crush. That's right. TK in the house. Guys, typically
supplement crush. It really goes with anything.
It really does.
Chode Master Crush. Well,
Chode Master
Water Crush.
Listen, we got an
6'8",
exciting
Tim.
show tonight. I'm going to definitely bring the heat when it comes to JDM. But the biggest thing is the fact that Eric's got the mystery tackle surprise care package that we're going to unbox on the show tonight. So that'll be very, very cool. Ben from the Hookup Tackle will be joining us next week. Of course, we have Dan. A lot of those guys, a lot of anglers here in the Northeast are familiar with the New England Fishing Expo. It's always a great time. It's the last weekend in January, I believe. I'll be there. And we're going to have the creator of the show, Dan, on to talk a little bit about what it takes to put on a fishing show, some of the crazy characters that he's encountered in the past. And they're going to have everything from guides to fishing tackle, all kinds of different companies within the industry. Some swim bait manufacturers will be there.
Nice.
Some big time swim bait manufacturers will be there. Of course, they have the big tank where we'll be doing seminars, demonstrations. They have all kinds of great stuff. Huge selections of baits. Beast Coast will be there. I'm going to be right next to Beast Coast. So
that's pretty cool.
Definitely looking forward to it. I'm also going to, I decided for those that want to hang out with me at the show, of course, stop by the Smallmouth Crush booth, newly designed booth that we should have by the show. All the merchandise I'll have available will be ready, as well as a bunch of rods. Not only all my old Dobbins, but I have 10 St. Croix Legend Extremes I need to move. And I'm going to start at the show first. So don't comment me, tell me to email you this and that. Let me try to load them off at the show to the people that come in. And if you guys are interested in grabbing some of those, because I got to move some inventory, Eric, you know what I mean? Those will be available as well.
Today, man. We talked about it today. You got
not only do we have Dan from the New England Fishing Expo joining us, we'll also have the Binsky himself, blade bait specialist Steve, will be joining us next week to go over some heavy metal.
Yeah, man.
Fish
Sense Lures is the name of his company. He makes the Binsky. You got it. And he is a blade master, man. The dude knows how to throw a blade. No question.
It's going to be a pretty jam-packed episode for sure. And hopefully Alex will be back by then.
That is jam-packed for sure.
I got to say, and I wrote in the comments, and let me see if I copied and paste. Nope, that's the link to get in the show. We have a special Smallmouth Crush VIP members only. We're still doing the Patreons, but eventually I like to get everybody off of that. And anyone who's interested in what the Smallmouth Crush VIP membership is one extra bonus live a month. And we typically really dig into some of our secrets. And on the 24th, JP will be joining us. He's been on a Patreon before, and he did a great job. But we're going to take it a step further, and he's going to really give up the goods. And we talked about it, and we're going to continue to talk about it up to the 24th. But you get a shot to hang out, learn some great information when it comes to fishing grass for largemouth, some key things that JP does that should blow your mind and make you want to get out there and fish some grass right after the episode. I promise you that with these techniques. But we're going to also find a way to help you get some products that nobody has access to via Gary Yamamoto and a special run of baits that we're going to offer to just the VIP members on the 24th. And so I think it's a pretty cool little program we're going to have together. I'm excited. I know JP's a little apprehensive when it comes to talking about it. You mentioned it a few times to me how uneasy you were, because I know it's important to you. I know it's important to you. But giving back, and listen, those guys still got to catch them, man. All right? Not everybody's going to be on your secret grass bed throwing that, using those techniques. Okay?
Yeah, if you guys want to learn how to really dissect milfoil beds, it's going to be an episode you want to tune into. That's for sure.
Them jigs in the house.
Hey, did I tell you guys I got in a car accident today?
No.
Yes.
You missed that one.
In the company vehicle.
Not good. Was it your fault?
No, I was going to pull
Thank
out
God.
of the psychiatric center I was working at, and there was a tractor trailer, you know, like at the T at the main road. So I'm 20 feet behind the tractor trailer, waiting for him to turn so I could turn out. I look down for 2 seconds. I look back up. This dude's in reverse doing like 20. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? Right. So I put it in reverse quick, and I look in my rearview mirror, and it was too late, man. Dude creamed my work truck, smashed the whole front end. I had to call 911. Guy gets out. He's like, well, that's my first accident in 25 years. So that kind of put a dent in my day.
I would say.
At least you're okay.
Yeah.
Was he okay?
I didn't rear end him. Well, yeah, he was in a tractor trailer. He wasn't going to feel nothing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How fast was he going?
15 to 20 in reverse, dude. Let's put it this way. I'm in a brand new Chevy Silverado work truck. The whole hood is crunched up. And when I go to open the door now, it goes bang because the fender's pushed so far back, it's pinching on the door and the fender.
Interesting.
How much are you getting paid to give away that juice, JP? I'm helping out a buddy because that's what friends do. You know, guys, let me tell you guys something. It's not all about the money. When you go through life and you live a good, clean, serene life, good things happen to people that do good things. Do I want to give this information up? Hell no, I don't want to give this information up. But I'm looking at the end goal. Not maybe this year, maybe not next year, but 3 years from now. Maybe not the year after, but who knows what's going to happen in 2 or 3 years from now, and what elaborate things could have developed better, right? So I'll give a little juice. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you guys exactly how to do it. I'll put you in the same weed bed, and you still won't catch them. But at least you'll have it in your arsenal.
That's kind of weird. You just killed this. You just killed the VIP show. I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to put you in the same grass bed, and you still won't catch them. What? This is you talking crazy again, JP.
Because
95% of these guys ain't got the patience to catch them the way I'm catching them.
And I'm going to stress that a lot. Don't say anymore, JP. But I'm going to keep you on track and make sure whoever's watching this show on the 24th knows exactly what to do. Because the first time I learned about this technique, I was like, really?
Yeah, you saw it firsthand.
Did you ever try it on the Upper Bay ever?
Tom Nee did and smashed him.
Did he win the boat that year?
No, it was the year he came in second.
Interesting, Travis.
Yes.
I guess you never did then. Well, this is an awkward silence. What happened?
It's gonna be fun. You know, it'll be a good time.
Cheers.
And like Travis was saying, this is an opportunity for you guys to really get something that's near and dear to my heart that, 99% of the guys out there ain't gonna have. And I'm a firm believer that it is a necessity for the system. That's all I'll say for now.
10-4.
Very good. Good stuff. So, JP, if you don't mind, we're going to keep you in the backgrounds lurking as you try out for this new intern while we're how
am I doing anyway?
Talking to our guests. You're doing good. Yeah. But at any time during the show, I might just pull you in randomly. You're going to catch us up on any comments that we may have missed. And we just want to make sure you're doing a good job back there. So I want to make sure you're awake and you're going to be ready to go. Mess around with some of these side buttons here. I don't know if you have control or not. Did we give them control, Eric?
I don't even have. I can't even use comments unless I use my cell phone.
Oh, geez. What kind of shitty system are we running here? Unreal. Anyways, we do appreciate you, JP, for hanging out with us.
No problem.
We'll be checking back in shortly.
Good job, JP. You're in the hunt. You're in the running for the job. I don't know that we have any other competitors.
Eric, I'll tell you what. He can keep it.
All right, that's enough from him. Listen, I had the pleasure for a number of years especially when I was in a pinch, purchasing tackle online. A lot of places didn't carry some of the stuff I was using. I remember specifically a big event coming up, and I just could not find these little swim baits. And the hookup tackle came through. And just like that, there they are.
He is. What's
What's
going
up,
on?
guys?
Welcome.
Look at the beard, man, dude.
No,
Would you
I
grow
am,
that in like 2 weeks?
dude, it's freezing cold here. Okay, it's not even gonna
Freezing
break
cold.
the 80s all week. So this is kind of like my face beanie.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Right on.
How are you guys?
Doing great. Happy New
Good.
Year to you, man.
Yeah, same to you guys. Happy New Year's.
We were a
Stoked
little
to have you
worried.
on the show.
Eric dropped the ball as far as making sure the guests were ready to go and everything was ready. I kind of thought he had the ball in his court. And so we weren't sure you were going to make it tonight. And so Eric,
I asked Travis, I said, did you send the
this
show
is like
link? He goes, yeah.
7:45 or yeah,
He goes
7:45.
earlier today, and I'm going, it's not in my email. He goes, oh, I didn't send the link. And I'm like, well, did you send it to Ben? He goes, I don't even know if he's coming. I'm like, Travis, I talked to you like 5 hours ago. Where was this conversation?
Hey, we're all
Crazy.
good. We're all good, man. Mondays are a busy day for us, so we're always married to the place. So yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. I'm excited to see you play with some goodies.
We're probably going to have a bunch of comments here, and while we're going along, we'll definitely have some time for some Q&A. But if you could maybe give us a brief background as far as the store itself and how you got started and how long you've been doing it and kind of where you see it going from here.
Yeah, so we are in our, I guess, 23rd year, I guess now.
That's awesome.
So we started the company in '99, started solely as a guide service. And we operated it that way for 7-8 years. We're in the bass fishing mecca, by the way, of Phoenix, Arizona. So it's usually the first place people think of when they think of amazing bass fishing. So we grew it as much as you could grow a bass fishing guide service in Phoenix, Arizona. And retail seemed like the next logical thing to do. So we opened our first brick and mortar store in 2008. And we've been crashing and burning ever since then.
Nice.
So as far as sales go, tackle customers all over the country. You got a great presence online. Do you have a lot of foot traffic as well?
Yeah, we do quite a bit. I mean, it seems like a lot to me. I don't know if it's a lot by the standards of the fishing world, but yeah, we're pretty busy. Our shop is really just pretty much all about the culture of what we have going on around here, right? Like we have amazing people that work here, and we work incredibly hard, but we goof off a lot. We have a really good time, and that's what it's all about, right? So, I mean, a lot of us are tournament fishermen, from back in the day, and sometimes when you dedicate so much time of your life to results, you forget that it's supposed to be fun.
Right on.
And so I think from where I stand, this industry has kind of like re-embraced the fun part, right? And we can still be serious, we can still be cutthroat, and tournaments are obviously still a big thing, but there's so many more shore anglers and kayak anglers and people fishing with their kids and all these different things, but they still want to use all the good shit. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So it's not like it was when we started in 2008, where tournament guys use all this good stuff, and then everybody else kind of used this junky stuff. Like it just seems like there's this great appreciation for everything, and we try to keep the vibe friendly and the beer flowing in here. So people like to come in. Yeah,
nice. I was really intrigued when Eric received I'm going to call it a mega tackle care gift package, whatever you want to call it. Just a
mystery. It was
crazy.
literally straight up mystery.
Talk to me about that, because that was pretty cool. Was that something obviously you're offering to customers, or how did that work? Because next thing I know, he's on the live stream just showing boxes of craziness that he got from you guys. And we're going to actually go through those in a little bit here and break those baits down. But walk me through that concept.
They made a post on IG and I saw it. I mean, I'm like, he can't be for real. I got to do this.
So Griff and I kind of had this silly idea, and it was, I would say it was probably 60% a joke and 40% serious. That, you know, hey, if you want to give us money, we'll go shopping for you. And you know, it's kind of just a fun thing that we were kind of messing around with Jeff about. And you know, we get people a lot that'll come into the shop and they'll just say things like, dude, I got $200. Can you help me find the coolest shit? Or something like that, right? So we thought, this would be fun. You know, we'll just offer it. And if somebody wants to roll the dice and let us shop for them, we will. And you know, there was enough crazy people like Eric that thought that sounded like a great idea. So, you know, we made it happen. We offered them in a bunch of different levels, $1,000 being the highest level, because we figured, you know, you'd have to be a complete idiot to spend that and let me shop. And you know, look at there, we've got one on the live stream right now.
Nice.
Top idiot in the land right here, man.
Come on, man. Bust into that, Eric. Why you keeping us in suspense? Let's go.
No, we were talking. Yeah, I'll get to it. But I've got a question for Ben, man. So like the evolution of the shop, and you've got the largest mega bass selection in the country with exclusive run colors that are exclusive to the hookup. How did the shop become JDM focused, or was it always that way from inception? Talk to me about that. Really curious about the history.
Well, I think to a certain extent, you know, this place has always been more of kind of like a, you know, I think of the hookup more as like an art gallery than I do a retail store. Right. I mean, you know, I really had no idea what I was doing in retail. Right. Yep. So, I mean, I didn't know why to put something on that wall or that wall. I basically just filled it with shit that I thought was cool. You know, things that I used, things that I thought other people would use. Right. And open the doors and, you know, started. Right. So when we started, I was super big into a lot of Japanese brands, but didn't necessarily start as a JDM focused store. It just started as a place of, you know, hey, this is cool stuff. Come check it out. Right.
Yeah.
Over the years, you know, I crashing and burning, you know, playing in different things, trying different things. Really, it was probably about 6-7 years ago. I mean, dude, we all go hard anyways, but I'm like a never take a day off, go 20 hours a day kind of guy. Right. And about 6 or 7 years ago, dude, I hit a wall. I burned out hard. You know, we survived this horrible economy, and, you know, I have new kids, and I mean, I was done pretty much. Right. And totally lost interest really in fishing and just kind of floundering around.
Wow.
It was at that time that I was in Japan. So my family was in Japan, and I was actually there to film some music videos, and I had a day off, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go in these tackle stores and just play around. Right.
Oh my gosh.
So I went into a tackle shop and, you know, just had a great time going through it. And then I finished and I hopped on my phone. I looked up where the next closest one was. Right. And I went to that one. And next thing I knew.
Did you get the Popeyes at all?
No.
Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter which ones you went to. Keep rolling, man. Sorry. I had to ask.
No, I spent the entire day just going around, and, you know, I fell back in love with it. Just the way they presented things, the anglers in the shops that I was talking to, you know, kind of the culture around it.
Right on.
And then I spent the next, you know, week, 10 days, basically just hanging back out in the fishing industry, you know, fishing with them, hanging out in the shops. And I just remember flying home, and I was like, dude, I'm back. Like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to bring back and surround myself with.
Yeah.
And so when I came back, I focused in on that lane, because that's really what kind of, I don't know, kept my interest and my spark, I guess, back in fishing.
It
So
turned you on. There you go.
yeah, so I mean, JDM tackle is dope, right? I mean, it's right now they're making some of the coolest shit there is, but really for me, it's definitely a personal thing, right? I take it seriously because it has a lot of meaning to me, and so yeah, that's kind of
so tell me about your name, man. Tackle Otaku. I don't speak Japanese. I've been heavy into JDM for years. I went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I explored the depths. I don't know. I probably have 10,000 SKUs of individual lures.
There you go.
I've been collecting since the 70s, mostly, you know, like 70s, 80s, 90s, out of production, American made stuff that I love. Some JDM stuff for sure. And then found some JDM gems along the way on YouTube that nobody else had, and literally giggled my way into some good money checks and catching fish when nobody else was. And I'm a believer in profile action and the way that the Japanese engineer their baits, like bladed cranks, for instance. I'd never seen one from an American-made manufacturer, and the first one I found was the Imakatsu waddle bats.
Mhm.
And it blew me away, and had some legendary epic days on the water with two different great crankbait guys that were throwing, you know, one of the best super shallow cranks that we all threw, and just scorched them. And then once I handed them the bait, they joined me in scorching fish. So it was crazy. Those moments they were seminal for me.
Sure.
And I don't know if you noticed, like in Japan, they elevate the lure designer to like this, not like godlike status, but it's like they're revered in Japan, the lure designers.
Well,
super respected.
There's a lot of pride in it.
Yeah.
And it's still a it's still a culture where, you know, there's a lot of integrity in the work and a lot of pride in what they do and a lot of respect for what they do. It definitely has a different vibe as far as an industry goes there, you know, than it does here. Look, I don't, you know, I have, there's a special place in my heart for JDM tackle, but I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I just like good shit. Right. So, you know, if it's made in Japan or if it's made, you know, down the road, I want good stuff, and people want good stuff they could have a good time with. Right.
Right
on.
on.
It just, for whatever, you know, reason of where we are right now, it just seems like, you know, the Japanese have this amazing pride. It reminds me a lot, you know, in a way, of the swim bait community. You know, where a lot of swim bait guys they'll invest years in, you know, making sure they're, you know, it wasn't right, I'm going to take one more little tweak on it, and then, you know, spend more time, right? There's a lot of pride that goes into what they do. And then, you know, what's interesting is that the other brands are very respectful of what's happening, right? So, you know, not, you know, we talk about knockoffs and that kind of stuff around here a lot.
A lot of conversations.
You know, and there's only so many different tweaks you can make to a particular bait in a particular lane, right? Like a crankbait that you mentioned, right?
Right.
But you know, when there's a good idea that comes, the other brands are usually very respectful of, man, that's a great idea. You know, good job, congratulations, you made a great idea. Now I'm going to take your great idea and I'm going to try to improve it and make something a little bit different, right? Versus, oh, it's a great idea, I'm going to make the exact same thing that you're doing.
Yeah. Interesting. So what does otaku mean, man? I don't speak Japanese. Do you?
It's just nerd, geek.
Oh,
yeah.
Geek.
So, you know, like 20 years ago, it was actually kind of like a word you would never want somebody to call you. So if you're super big into like anime, then they would call you like an otaku, and you're just basically like some creepy weirdo, right? So, you know, one of the things,
I'm right there, man. I spent $1,000 to let you pick for me, man.
There you go.
Otaku,
you're the
we're
weirdo
otaku
now.
brothers, man. We're otaku brothers, man. That's amazing.
Life, man.
I got you. I got you. So when I called Ben up, you know, hey, look, the package selection that I picked, it's out of the bag. It's $1,000, and I've never had anybody pick my tackle. A lot of pride in my selections, but if there was one person in the country that I would want rolling around a shop full of JDM, it'd be you. Griff was new to me. Jeffrey the King, I've watched a ton of videos. I respect his big bait. prowess. You know, I like his jam. You guys are fun together on camera. A lot of tomfoolery and good fish catching.
He's a good dude. Yeah,
he's a good dude, no doubt about it. But no, so I said, you know, just run free. You asked me some questions about what I do, where I fish. I talked about the Legendary Lakes tour and in hopes of you know, going across the country, landing in California. You had some very specific ideas, so I thought we'd just jump into one of it, man. And the thing that excited me the most, because I've been after boxes and bags. I don't even know what you call this. What is this? This is like, I don't know. It's a soft-sided satchel from MegaBass. It's like carbon fiber look to it. And they're all well made, it seems.
It's just an inner pack is what they call it. But
yeah,
you know, just to make sure as people are seeing this and they understand, you know, you and I did have a conversation to make sure that we are going the right direction, right? And so we talked about you're fishing there by where you are and what you like to do, how you like to fish. But then we also talked about all your travels, right? Northern California specifically, right? So there's going to be a lot of things in here that, I mean, hopefully you can enjoy them there where you are. But I know once you hit the road, some of these are going to have a lot of game for you too. So
right on. And so I'm going to be showing and not taking notes. I'll have to watch the stream, but I'm also on my way across the country, stopping into the hookup, and we'll meet you in person. So
that sounds great. Now I stuffed all those bags that are in the box. There's stuff inside of those too.
We know. Listen, I'm going to, as Eric's going through this, I will be disappearing every once in a while here to make this screen larger since I'm in charge of everything tonight. So
cool.
All right, man. So we're just going to start with some blitz baits, man. I mean,
blitz.
Tight, man. I love a blitz bait, man. I mean, Travis and I've got a blitz bait we love to throw around here. But this is the Blitz EXDR, man. And I'm digging the color for sure. And I think this one's called, this is the Blitz Max DR. And don't they call that Girin? Girin, I think is the color, right? Ginrin. Thank you. Ginrin. But very, very shaddy, appropriate. Tell me a little bit about these baits, man. The Blitz, the DR, the XDR, and the Max DR. I've got 3 of them.
So the, you know, OSP makes amazing baits, but they're really incredibly well known for their crankbaits. And their Blitz line, you know, you've got 3 of the different, you know, DR versions there that are just straight up smallmouth killers. They've been kind of a hush hush top secret bait for the last few years. You know, Fighter won an Elite Series event.
You sure did.
A couple years ago on a unknown crankbait, right? And you know, you can freeze frame so easily, and it's the Blitz, right? So
shouldn't that be Rapala? I thought he's Rapala. I'm joking.
And what's interesting about this? What's interesting about this bait? I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a honeycomb pattern on the inside. So I think it has to do with buoyancy. They were trying to make it a very buoyant bait and structurally different. Tell me about the engineering. I cannot read the back of that.
All right, I got you. So traditionally with the ABS plastic bait, you know, to make it, because it's plastic, they have to make it a certain thickness to retain a strength. Otherwise they crack, right?
Right.
So, you know, one of the downsides to making a very thick-walled bait is it loses a lot of its cover deflection and its buoyancy. So OSP tried to create a true balsa type buoyancy, but also by thinning it down could tighten up the action. So historically, crankbaits have either been wide wobble or tight wobble, right? And so by creating this honeycomb shaped body structure, it basically is just like this reinforced skeleton all the way around. So they can thin the plastic all the way around, and this way they create kind of a hybrid. It's a wide body shape, but because it's thin, it tightens the action. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. And so the Blitz series has kind of become almost, you know, the way an Edo Vision 110 is to jerk baits, where it's like, all right, that's the jerk bait that, you know, I'm starting with. This has kind of become that in the crankbait world. So it's just different, but highly effective. Everything eats it. Green ones, brown ones.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's going to be a player for me on some of my actual, you know, North Carolina impoundments. No question about it.
Yeah, we went with natural shad profiles for you. You know, that Ginrin that you mentioned is a dope one because it's matte.
Yep.
And I don't know why brands have fought matte finishes for so
It's so
long.
true, isn't it true?
Pick your brand, and there's hardly any matte finishes in a crankbait. But they're just, they're dope. I mean, we fish at so many different, cloudy, sunny, rainy. I mean, we don't care, right? We go out there and fish in a lot of places, especially in clean water, smoke a matte finish. So,
oh, absolutely. No question about it. I'm going to dive into a couple jerk baits.
Okay.
So tell me about this Steez minnow, man. And then the OSP, which is more a finessey crankbait, if you guys can see it. The Steez minnow 110 SP DR, and it's got an extra long bill.
So we went with that because you and I talked about some of deeper jerkbait type stuff, right? And I'm sure you've got a box full of all the traditional deep diving jerkbait.
Yeah, I do Vision 110s. I've got some, Perfect 10 Rogues, Elite 8. Yeah, for sure, man.
So the Steez is just it's just different, right? So it's a new, that deep diver is a new jerkbait offering from Dial. That's a Japan exclusive bait, right? So it's kind of an in between a jerkbait and a shad bait. So the way the bill is shaped, you're going to want to fish it in more of a sweeping motion.
Very unique, like a Lucky Craft Stacy.
Like a Stacy, yep. But you can still kind of give it some pops, again, kind of like a Stacy. But it should be a really effective one in that deeper water when you need more of a jerkbait action.
Right on.
That Durga, that OSP Durga is a sleeper because a lot of guys shy away from those small jerkbaits.
Oh man, I'm a big finesse cranker, and I got to tell you, I've got some finesse baits all the way from top water all the way down to the bottom, man. Finesse. So tell me about it, man, because I'm curious. I love the color too.
Yeah, it's just a very subtle, tight moving bait. That color specifically was a limited run that OSP did. So one of their pro staffers ended up winning the All-Star Classic in Japan, which is kind of like the Bassmasters Classic is to us here in the US.
See that. Yep.
And that was his, top secret pro staff only color, right? But then when he won the event, he agreed to let OSP do a production run of it. So you're never going to be able to find that like on the shelf of a store. It was just a special batch that we were able to secure from OSP when they did it. So, I mean, you might as well have one.
Right. Right on, man. All right, we're jumping. I'm still on one box. So this is the Depths Evoke 1.2 and 1.8. Talk to me, man.
Have you thrown the Evoke yet?
Yeah, I just pulled one out the other day.
So
I've got a couple in my bag too. I've got the big. So now I complete my set 1.2, 1.8, and 2.0.
So the 1.2 and the 1.8 and the 2.0, right?
Yep.
Those are all, I mean, I love all three of those, but the 1.2 is just an amazing shallow water crankbait. You can fish it from shore. It's an amazing pond bait. The 1.8 is going to have a little bit deeper lip to it than the 1.2 for just a little bit deeper water, more of a grind on the bottom.
Yeah. Yep.
What makes an Evoke so good is, so this bait's designed by Kenta Kimura, and he wanted, similar to OSP, where they wanted to create a bait that was super buoyant. Kenta's a huge fan of balsa crankbaits, balsa square bills, right?
Me too.
As pretty much everybody is, right?
Sure.
So one of the reasons why we love balsa is it just has a action that is so different than a traditional ABS plastic crankbait.
Right on.
The problem with balsa is because they're all usually handmade, it's very difficult to have consistency in balsa. So you may buy one bait and absolutely love it. You may buy 4 others and none of them perform like the first one that you got. So you end up having like 2 boxes, right? You have a box and then you have like your prized box that you only take out on tournament day, right? So Depths wanted to create a crankbait that could literally be a balsa crankbait, but in an ABS that they could mass produce and have consistency. So the way they accomplished it was through shape and build design and all that. But really what they did was that crankbait has no internal structure. It is literally just a frame. So if you look at pick any crankbait off the wall, if you cut it in half, there's chambers in there that have
Sure.
weights or different things in them, right?
Yep.
That has no chambers. So by eliminating the chambers, they were able to just have one giant air pocket, and they found that when it hits something, it bounces and has the same buoyancy as a balsa would. So you could actually take an evoke, and like when we're running down the bank, I will look for wood, right?
Mhm.
I'll try to put it right in that tree and just bang
Oh,
it
yeah.
down just like I would a spinnerbait or a
Heck yeah,
claw
man.
or something.
Call it
And-
cover cranking. Cover cranking.
100%.
It's a great cover crank.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome, man. All right. This one's got my attention because I'm a super shallow freak. It's the evergreen bel canto, and I do love a fire crawl, man. So talk to me about it. Very super thin shape, not a round bait. Talk to me about it.
So this is a new square bill concept from Evergreen, Japan. So again, this is going to be a Japan exclusive bait. It's a longer profile than a traditional square bill. So what ends up happening is it's a small lip, which is going to make it tight, but it's got such a long profile that tail has to kind of kick.
Got a lot of kick. Okay.
So it's creating yet again just something different, right? So I'm sure it's the same where you are as it is where we are. If you're the first one on a bite, like a red square bill bite, for instance, you've got 2 or 3 weeks of just mopping them to yourself.
You sure do.
Once word comes out and you go out and there's 52 people throwing red crankbaits in front of you, they tend to shy away from it, right? So by switching the cadence, the vibration, the size, right? We're just hoping to extend our time period a little bit longer through the season.
Right on.
I don't know that that's going to replace whatever your traditional, red square bill is.
No, it's got my attention because of the lip shape, meaning round lip. See, a square bill for me through grass is not my ideal profile lip. I don't like square bill in grass. I know it can be done. I'm looking for a round lip, just be able to rip it through the grass a little bit better. So, but a long shape with a big tail kick in that color pre-spawn, I will be throwing that on the grass flat. So
yeah.
So what was that? Bel canto? What was that?
Bel canto.
Okay. Such a good accent.
And then we go into the Mega Bass. I love these boxes, by the way. I had a viewer send me a box with some nice balsa baits that were made in the Ohio River area. And he put it in the Mega Bass box like this. It's one of my favorite boxes because it's where my little test baits go. Like if I'm going on a trip and if I put 4 or 5 of these in and I want to throw them with Travis on the upper bay to test them out, I'm putting it in my little Mega Bass box. So now I've got an extra Mega Bass box, but this one as well came with some lures. So
all right, let's check them out.
Let's just go, man. Oh,
this is kind of fun because I forgot what I put in your box.
All right, so here we go. We're getting into some Mega Bass, 3 different colors of Mega Bass, Vision 110.
All right.
And this one's got my attention because I just made a post of a colorway called Skunk. Skunk. Old school color, old school balsa guys painted it. It's my most recent post on my IG, but this is, basically a black colorway. I mean, it's got a little bit of a green hint, and then it's got a purplescent color shift going on there, if you guys can see that. So anyway, there you go. Hey, you can see my Epic Eric's Neon Bass sign in that too. That's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, and then 2 more colors. I'm a big Vision 110 fan. So you got a French pearl, it looks like to me. That looks like no. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Read the color.
I'm trying.
I hooked you up there, guy.
Oh, PM Reaction. And then GLX Natural Shad. PMIL Illusion Reaction.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that PMIL Reaction is a very hard color to get.
Oh my god.
So none of those colors, by the way, are production colors. So
I love it, man.
This Natural Shad used to be. And then Mega Bass pulled it out of production a few years ago, and now it's a by special occasion only color. So we had them make a special batch for our bento boxes, and that PM Ill React is one that I've been kind of just keeping. We have a lot of little Easter eggs just kind of laying around the shop, stuff around just to see if anybody will find it, right?
I love it, man. Easter egg hunt, like cool as shit stuff buried. I always look behind. I was at a tackle shop today, and I was looking for specific colors, and I always like have to go through every one of them because guys will go in and they'll hide that shit if they don't have the money to buy it, man. I used to bury stuff all the time. Oh yeah, man. We know your tricks out there in smallmouth crush land. You can't fool us. Anyway, all right, let's get to this next one, man. This is really cool too. This black one. I'm trying to find the colorway. Where is this? There it is.
Oh, the purple weenie?
Purple weenie, man. It's one of the best worm colors. I just recently painted a worm color in a crankbait.
Keep that up, Eric.
Stoked. I am.
Yeah, so the purple weenie, this is a colorway that we absolutely destroy them on the West Coast.
Wow.
So,
wow.
You know, Lucky Craft makes a color called Clear Lake Hitch, which is like a dark green. It's kind of like a transparent watermelon type color. This is basically the same lane as that. Obviously, this has some different subtle hits on it.
Sure.
But when you make your West Coast swing, this will be a color you're going to want to have tied on. It's going to work wherever you are. I mean, it's a
Sure.
110, right?
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, they're going to crush that thing when you get out here. I don't know what it looks like.
It's really
bass.
cool. It's because I don't know either because like you turn it. I mean, it's the color shift which is got me going. Very tight, very tight. And then the last one here, we have the natural shad, which you talked a little bit about. So
yeah, so that's just a great all-around shad color. Probably, honestly, it's probably the best shad color that Megabass has made, in my opinion, as far as just like all-around clear water shad color. It's got, it's got a clear pearl on it. It's got flake in it. It's got everything you need. But again, I mean, so all three of those are going to be super rare colors. If you want to sell them on eBay, you can probably pay for half your box.
Oh shit! And then frozen tequila.
Okay, so this is my gift to you. You're gonna want to hold this one out because you're gonna have a lot of jealous people right now.
Oh no! What?
All right, so this is the #1 smallmouth crushing color I have ever seen in my life.
What?
So if you are ever fishing a smallmouth on a day where it's not bright and sunny, you have any of those days out there where there's clouds?
Sorry.
It's okay.
I was distracted. Go ahead.
Yeah. If you ever have a cloudy day.
Yep.
From time to time, smallmouth.
Yeah. Oh, with Travis all the time. We were just complaining about this year in New York. Like, have we filmed in the sun recently? I'm like, no, we haven't.
I wish I could.
But anyway.
Can I ask right now? Can I get that right now on your website if I go on right now before everyone else does?
No, you can't get any of those. Sorry. Should have got a mystery box.
Looks like I made a good decision.
So you're gonna hate.
Would those come in like a 110 +1 as well? That color?
Nope.
Just that.
So that color was a color that they made in the Flap Slap years ago.
Oh my god, my Flap Slap, bro.
Yep, they made in the Vision 95 a few years ago. They had never made anything else, so we had them do a special run for us in the one.
Wow, that's so cool.
You
can do special.
You're gonna
runs.
Want more.
All right.
Well, how do we get those?
There are no more at the moment, so I'm doing my best to convince them to do a bigger run, so it could be more of a a country offering for a limited time, so guys can get it, because it's honestly, dude, it's like I would never go smallmouth fishing without that color. Now,
wow,
yeah, you're gonna dig it.
Travis, and then we got a Pointer 100 Suspend and NC Bora.
So another one of my favorite colors. This is, believe it or not, this is our #1 selling pointer color.
That's so crazy.
And a lot of it is because we talk about matte finishes a lot.
Yeah.
Right? So again, it's kind of going back to that kind of watermelonish color that's so effective here on the West Coast.
Right.
That one, that's a staple out here as well. So
clear water specials. All right. So that's that box, except for I got a little blade bait, and it is blade bait season. It's the Depths Circuit Vibe. Didn't even know Depths made a blade bait, to be honest.
They make an awesome one. So it's a circuit board body. What's
Holy
nice
shit.
about the
That's
circuit
wild.
vibe is, every blade bait looks the same, right?
Sure.
But some of them, as you know, if you throw a lot of blade baits, some vibrate incredibly hard and some
Yes,
don't vibrate that hard.
that's right.
And this is one of those that really doesn't vibrate very hard,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they eat it. So
Oh,
when
wow.
you need something a little more subtle and supernatural, the Frigate Vibe's a great option.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, that's that box. What do you guys think, man? How'd I do? Right out of the gate, some gems.
I'm pretty
Gem
jealous,
alert.
actually.
Boom.
Oh, and a badass mega bass. I don't know what you call this again. What do you call
In your
that?
case,
Inner case.
Yeah.
Man. But wait, there's more.
Hmm.
Check out this little camo one, Travis. This may be your jam, man. Wow, behold, another mega bass in natural camo. That's what I'm talking about. They won't even see me coming.
yeah.
All right, let's just dive right in. Dive right in.
Yeah.
What could be in here?
What you
We
got?
go big, baby. The Highway 135. I threw a
Boom.
crawler bait down in Florida,
Yeah.
in the headwaters, and got one of the most vicious. I threw a Monka Lure Works
Okay.
single. It wasn't a jointed crawler.
The FP crawler.
Oh my god, dude! I mean, the strikes on that thing were absolutely insane. Along with a Lucky Craft bullfish.
Okay.
The bullfish, which is
Yeah.
a giant bait, not a crawler, but like
Yeah.
insanely big and just
Wow.
makes a ton of racket. But I'm excited about this. Talk to me about this iWing 135. It's a crawler. For those of you guys don't know, it got this like little waka 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 in the water. It's really cool. You got to work it real slow. You can't overwork
Can you
them.
take that? Can you take? Oh, here. You don't have to take it out. Here, give me a second. I got
Yeah.
one. Hold on.
Eric,
Travis.
we're gonna need to talk after this.
There's no
It's only fair to do some trading or something.
zero chance of that. Cloudy with a chance
Okay.
of meatballs.
Okay.
Okay, so you told me that you liked crawlers, right?
Yeah.
Into some bigger baits. So
Yep.
what this is going to do, so you know, Monka makes some amazing crawlers, right?
Yep.
But very similar to what we were talking about with balsa, everyone is handmade.
Yep.
So no two Monkas are going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
So what you'll find that you'll have one that you really love, and then you'll have 4 or 5 other ones that don't do the same that one does. They're not better or worse. They're just, to you, they may be worse.
Sure.
So where this one is going to come into play is, so the idea behind the iWing was traditionally crawlers are designed in Japan to fish them incredibly slow,
Yes.
right? So like on your Monka, your wings are going to kind of stop about like here,
Yep.
right? And so because of that, and because of the way that they're built, you have to go very, very slow. And if you go too fast, and what happens is they just spin in circles, right?
Yep.
So Megabass done a couple things. So first off, the blades come all the way out. Okay. So what that does is a combination of that and the rudder that's inside allow you to burn this bait if you want to as well. So depending on the mood of the fish, you could go incredibly fast. But what this has in it is it has this little shifting rudder in. I don't know if you guys can hear this.
Oh yeah.
Right. So it's basically like this one knock like you would get in a kick knocker or super spook or something like that. So,
Yeah.
you know, you can fish this thing very slow.
Oh yeah, I'm hearing
It's just going to have this knock, right, while it goes, and then you can move it fast, and then you can fish it very slow.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Vary the speed with it based on what you need. Traditionally, crawlers are like pond baits, right? I mean, you could throw a crawler in pretty much any pond and destroy them. Lakes, they become a lot more difficult. This is one of the few crawlers that guys consistently catch fish in a bigger body of water, like headwaters.
Yeah.
You know, this.
Oh, I'm going. I'll be there in February.
Yeah, perfect. I might be there in February too. So
What? No way, dude.
Nice.
For real.
maybe I'll rendezvous with you.
Oh, that'd be outstanding, man.
Yeah, we'll have to touch base after this.
No question. And then I've got an otaku Shad named after you, who gets a Lucky Craft bait with their name in it. I love it.
You had to have one of those.
You know it, man. I'm a big
Yeah.
gunfish fan, dude. And this is I love it. Otaku Shad, man.
Yeah. So
it's a 115. I mean,
it's a clear base, kind of ghost, spin-off type color. It's got a little flash, a little body to it. But it'll be a great one. I mean,
yeah.
I love. I'm a sucker for gunfish. So.
Oh man, gunfish is just so underappreciated, and you can't go wrong with a 95 bone.
Yeah. So that's
and this
also
color is called bone. Bone. Yeah. I've never seen it.
This is the only place that has it. We had to make a custom color. I don't understand why bone isn't in their lineup. So we just had to make bone. So yeah, there you go.
Hey guys, bone home. I got it. I got it. Nice. Pretty excited about this little frog too. The jackal.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of the jackal frog series, the poppin' frog. I've tortured fish on it. Gavacho, I love it. It's the hooks are correct. They're stout. They're that silky gray tournament grade wire. Yeah. And that frog gets bit. This is a downsized version. Would you call this more of a finesse type frog? Because I know they make the bigger size of this.
Yeah. So they don't make a bigger size of that Kara. I thought they did one size.
Okay. No, I'm thinking of the what's the other one? What's the big frog that just came out? It's a big one. I got it over there.
The big gabbit.
There it is. Yeah, I see it over there. The gabbit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
So jackal, the Gavacho frog's amazing, right? Like you just spoke about it. Everybody loves the Gavacho frog. Yep. The Kara is basically a downsized anywhere you put that Gavacho, you can put the Kara. What's nice about the Kara is it's a super small profile, but it still weighs a lot.
Yeah.
So it's going to have the same weight as guys. Yeah, it's going to have the same weight as the Gavacho, so you can still cast it the same rod, same everything. Only you've got a small frog instead of a full size frog.
Yep.
So it's just a staple. And I know you and I talked about frog fishing. I knew you had all the normal frogs. So.
Oh yeah, no question about it. I got another little Mega Bass box with something really interesting in it. I had not seen this lure, so I'm going to open it up and let you talk about it.
So this is a brand new topwater concept from Depths.
And I love brand new.
Yeah. So new to the market. This is this bait's, I mean, God, I think they've been teasing us with this thing for 3 or 4 years now that they've been working. So probably the most R&D of a mass-produced bait that I've seen in a really long time. But in essence, dude, it's a whopper plopper.
Sure. Right?
But it's super highly tuned. So, it's got a completely different action. If you take that out of the package, it's going to feel like a swim bait.
I'm doing it right now.
It's not going to feel like a cheap plastic bait. It's going to it has substantial body to it. And it's going to have a different wake, different sound. It's got, Ryugi quad hooks on it. I mean,
it does have a big old quad hook on it, man. Wow, for the belly hook.
Yeah, so this is like Headwaters, Clear Lake, Delta stuff. They're going to absolutely smoke this thing for you.
How big is that?
It's 120 millimeters.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little bit longer than like a 110. But
I mean, it's about the size. Yeah, but a lot more mass, which is awesome, man. Different shape profile. And just a gaff hook on the front, man. A Ryuki quad. And by the way, is it a rotating hook? Yes, it is.
Yep.
This freaking hook rotates, so they won't be able to throw it. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one for you to have some adventures with.
Oh, it's coming with. And then we got 3 Pop Maxes. Mega Bass Pop Maxes in colors I don't know that I've seen. Like a skeleton chartreuse.
These are going to be limited colors also. So I tried to balance between where you are and where you're going. So I know, you're kind of in perch land up there, right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
So you've got that glitter perch in the middle. You've got, that chartreuse back one on the bottom. I mean, that's a smallmouth killer.
Smallmouth killer right there for sure.
Yep. Then the Twilight Secret up top is a transparent clear tiger, but it's basically like a clear smallmouth. So it's it's a great all around color. But anywhere where they feed on little smallmouth, that one's great.
Nice, man. Nice. All right. That's oh, then we have one more, man. The Buster K. Travis knows this frog well.
So
Yes.
this has become my favorite frog.
Tell us about
Travis,
it, because it has
do
a
you like this frog?
very unique steel ball bearing we discovered. He had a problem, although he smashed him on it down in Alabama with me filming. I mean, he had an epic frog day. But the frog didn't hold up. Maybe he got a bad batch. I don't know.
So I don't know if I don't think I have any sitting here on my desk. So Depth doesn't build their frogs to be like the most durable frog.
Yep.
Right?
But there's a reason.
They build their frog to walk easy, to hook every fish that eats it, and to cast like a dream. So you felt that internal weight transfer in there. So again, throws great. A little frog tip. It doesn't matter if it's Depths or Spro or that Jackal, right? So Loctite, right? You familiar with Loctite super glue?
Sure.
Loctite makes a vinyl repair.
What?
And you can pick it up at like Michael's or like a craft store. The
Damn.
vinyl repair, anytime your frog tears, if you put it on your frog and just hold it in place, it's like mend it for a frog.
That's so crazy. Never
So
heard
you
of
can
that.
you can extend your frog life forever. I mean, until the hook breaks in half.
Pro tip, everybody. It was worth your $10 tonight. Oh, wait, this stream is free.
Should have charged.
Wow.
Oh my! I got to do this box next, man. I mean, it's not a box; it's a bag. With
There's
Hardy
more
zippers. Oh, dude, it keeps. It's. I've got 6 more boxes.
We're gonna
You're
be
well over your limit.
Dude, this one. Let's just go straight to the juju. Been drooling and missing out on the Citizen drops for like the last, I don't even know, man. I just can't get them.
They're so hard to get.
They're so hard to get, man. You're like in your cart, you've picked your stuff out, you go to push purchase, and they're gone.
And they jacked you.
They got me, man.
Yeah.
They got me. They hijacked me. I've got the Battle Shad. I took the Citizen. What size do they make? They make a 6.
A 6 and a 7.
7. So I took the 7 down to Florida and had like a fish T-bone it right at, I was walking canals, by the way, and I did see about an 8 or a 9 in a canal. I did not get that fish to eat, but I was in the area, and literally as the bait was kind of rising, as it was getting about 5 feet from me, this fish just literally came out of nowhere and T-boned it. It had big, massive back. It just completely T-boned it. So that I missed that one. I missed another one that day. Grabbed the tail, didn't let it load up. I did the premature thing. Had a couple other bass rake it. I just was unsuccessful. So I think it was just excitement, but I want to get back after it, and I'm determined to catch me a good one.
So the 6-inch is a little more friendly size, maybe a little more universal. I love the 7-inch too, but the 6-inch is kind of more my, like, I don't know, anywhere you go on this adventure, they're going to eat that thing.
Yeah.
What the Citizen delivers better than the Battle Shad is the Citizen's actually designed for grass.
Yeah.
So that flat back lets that hook lay in a certain way to where when it comes through cover, it's not going to snag on the grass. So for, again, I mean, you keep mentioning Florida. So for any of that stuff, it's going to be great. For any of your California stuff, anywhere where there's grass, that's a no-brainer. And
I fish a little bit of grass here and there. I mean, it's hard to find it where I fish on the Potomac or Upper Bay. There's not much out there. I wouldn't throw this. I wouldn't recommend it. Travis, what are you doing? Travis is like this right now. He's like, oh my God.
I've missed out, man.
I know, man. And then I know about this one, and it's a good one. Thank you, because you can never have enough.
Yep. So those are kind of like the 1-2 punch for me. So you can't go wrong with any of those.
You truly can't, man. And it comes in this badass. This is like going to be my new little soft-sided big swim bait pouch, dude. I mean, that's like perfect. And the zippers are stout. It's got a little carbon fiber accent there. It's very cool, man.
Yeah.
It's so sexy.
Hmm.
Let's get into some finesse, Travis.
Okay.
This might interest you.
You know what? As I was thinking as we're going through this, I'm like, I should have done that. And then I'm like, well, he's probably going to send me like $1,000 worth of Ned rigs. And then I'm like, well, that wouldn't be such a bad thing. I'd kind of
I would
dig that.
never
So,
torture anybody like that.
so go ahead. No, I would be into that. But dang, I can't
Oh,
believe this.
this is some cool stuff, man. I actually have fished one of these in the larger size. So I'm getting into this little drop shot like bag right here. And there are some ditties in it. So let's just dive right into it, man. I'm gonna throw up one of the baits that I fished, but in a larger size, and it has my attention. This color is sold out in just about every size. This is the OSP HPD3 Wacky. This is the 4.3 inch. I think I fished is there a 5 and change?
Yep.
There is.
Yep.
Yeah, I fished the 5 and change, drop shot it, and weighed several fish in on my tidal water. This is very cool. I'll hold it up so you guys, I'm not going to take one out, but there's a split tail. So that there's the head of the worm, and then it has 2 sections. So it's like
open that up, Eric. You do that to me.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Open it up.
basically,
All right. You
you're
got a
just making
point.
a different action out of this thing. This is also amazing on a Nikko rig. I mean, designed on a Nikko rig, but you and I talked about, drop shot and where you are up in that part of the world. So
Yep.
these are just some fun, maybe different offerings than what
Very.
you had already. So
I mean, drop shot, shaky head, Nikko. I mean, Nikko, whatever you say. But I love this natural worm color. It's got this like blue highlight to it, but bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. So that's the HPD3 Wacky. And then let's see what else we got. This is pretty cool. Inspire Custom Lures iMacho.
yeah, so that's
2.8.
That's from Evergreen, Japan. Also, it's kind of like a little goby type bait. So should be perfect. Just super finesse.
Yep.
Small little nose hook drop shot. So yeah, I mean you'll plow through those. They'll chomp that thing up there.
Yep. And then Travis, look, Nikko Helgramite, man.
Nice.
What? Oh,
There's
another pack of Nikko. Yeah, we throw Nikko.
Okay.
There's another pack of Nikko in here that I cannot wait to get to. And then we've got the Reigns 4-inch bubbering shaker. And how can you argue with green pumpkin, man? Bubbering. And they did spell it that way. I love that.
They slaughtered it.
And they did it. I think they did it on purpose. And then shot rig worm 10 size 2.
Yeah,
and
so
of course
that's my hook of choice on a nose hook drop shot. That's the best one in my opinion. But so that's why you got it.
I love it, man. It's different than the owner, which probably universally is, I would say, one of the number one. I mean, Travis, that's your drop shot hook. Tell us why you fish this over that, or maybe you've changed, Travis.
I was Gamakatsu. Yeah,
that's what I just said.
I thought you said owner.
I'm asking. What?
He did say owner. He's excited though. Look at him.
Oh, it's so true, man. You think I can keep this shit straight, dude? It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, Gamakatsu. So why this hook over the Gamakatsu?
So are we talking about the G Finesse Gamakatsu? Or are we talking about the old school Gamakatsu split shot?
Old school split shot drop shot size 1 for me, typically.
Okay.
Right.
So the worst hook on the planet is the Gamakatsu split shot drop shot hook.
Travis, is your mind blown?
I'll hit that right now.
He's sitting back in his sitting back in his seat now.
I'm listening.
So here's the challenge to that hook. If you look at that hook, it is designed, the hook eye and the hook point are on the exact same plane.
I never liked that.
What happens is when the fish eat it, right, the eye literally has to kind of come through their mouth for that hook to notch, right? So one of two things happens with that Gamakatsu hook. If they get it, then it sticks them. But a lot of times what ends up happening is you lift up and it just skin hooks them because there's not enough bite between where that eye is and that hook point is.
Yeah.
So you'll skin hook a ton of fish and you'll lose a lot of fish. So many people dislike nose hook drop shot because they lose a lot of fish when they come up and they jump and they throw and they're like, you didn't get the hook. We got the hook, just the hook sucked, right? So by switching to you know, that shot rig worm, or, you know, owner mosquito light, or if you're a Gami fan, I'm not trying to diss on Gami, it's just that that particular hook sucks. The G Finesse is a much better option. The only problem with the G Finesse is that the barb, I don't know if you guys played with that,
Very small.
so
Nothing.
small, right?
It's like fishing barbless almost.
Totally. So, you know, look, hooks are like line. If you have luck with them and you're not losing fish, then there's never a reason to change, right?
100%, man. Couldn't agree with you more.
All my years guiding, I would try to fix problems. So people would come to me and the problem would be they're losing a lot of fish. You know, usually I start with the hook and then I work to them, right? So I think if you haven't used that hook before, you're going to be very impressed with your land ratio on that hook over whatever you're using now.
Nice, nice. I experimented with Travis with a, it's not a circle, octopus. So the shank, I mean, the barb is slightly outside of the inline. It's not in line. Yep. And man, that thing turned and caught him in the corner of the roof every single time. It was more stout, meaning this was, I don't drop shot as light as Travis does. But, you know, we were fishing. I was getting plenty of bites and I landed every single thing that I caught. I feel like because of the power of a smallmouth and because of the gauge of the hooks we normally throw with drop shots, they're flexing the hook. They have to be. They're just so crazy powerful. But this thing, I had to get pliers to get them out most of the time. So I'm experimenting, man. I always like trying new stuff. I can't wait to try.
It's all a system, right? So, I mean, you know, so much of it depends on your rod, your line,
no doubt,
water you are. I
mean, for sure.
There's so many variables, but
that's a good point.
By nose hook standards, I've never got somebody on that hook and they've gone somewhere else.
Wow, that's a big statement.
If you like your nose hook, that's a great one.
All right. Here we go with the next one, man. How you doing on time, by the way?
I'm good.
You're good. Okay, cool, man. And this package smells good. It's got like a squid type thing. This is Ryugi, Japan. This would be another beautiful swim bait pack for my bigger baits. I'm into flat packing my larger glides. I put them in a I surrender wrap. And I put them in something like this. And, you know, as long as I'm careful with this bag, I don't kink my tails. I want to solve that problem. But anyway, let's get right into this Ryugi, Japan. It smells delicious. So, another little tasty offering. This is Taco Otaku's recipe.
There you go.
This is the dough live stick. Read a lot about it. Guys use it on chatterbaits. Talk to me.
So in that pouch, are there some beavers in there too?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so this is kind of like some free rig stuff. So
live beaver.
We free rig a lot. I don't know if you guys are doing it much up there.
I do.
But we
do it around docks.
Yep.
And wood.
Okay.
Yep.
So you know, all those, the beavers and the sticks, those are kind of our go-to starting points. Stick, of course, you could drop shot too if you wanted to. But the stick is kind of like a fluke Senko hybrid, right? And then the beaver, the OSP beaver, is going to have a dolphin kick as it falls. So as the weight's pulling it down, it's going to be kicking like this. And then as the weight separates and the weight lands, then the beaver switches horizontally and then falls like a Senko. So it's literally the most realistic crawfish action, right? It doesn't look as realistic as, you know, some of the like hyper realistic looking plastics. But when you see it in the water, it moves just like a crawfish. So
very cool.
It's a dope one.
So these are dope colors too, man. I mean, like green, pumpkin, purple, copper. Are you kidding me? I mean, just universal largemouth, smallmouth killer. I like this like a summer craw because I can't read the color on the front because it's totally in Japanese.
Yeah, it's just green pumpkin chartreuse.
Top chartreuse, right on. And then another copper in the 4-inch.
Yep.
And then, man, it starts to get really interesting down here. So this must be your free rig type of chosen hook.
Yeah.
For 2-aught. I've never heard of this Infini from Ryugi. Ryugi is new to me. I'm a big decoy fan. There's a lot of JDM hooks back there.
Sure.
Not digging them out, but talk to me, man. I mean, obviously new tournament grade wire.
Yeah, so Decoy is a great brand. Ryugi is kind of they're the hot trendy brand in Japan right now. and
Okay.
they do coatings. Like they own the coating game, right? So
Yep.
they're kind of the ones that started like the nano coat.
Oh wow, I didn't know
They're
that.
the ones that perfected it. So like that Infinity is just going to be a little bit lighter gauge than like an equivalent decoy would be in like a KG worm hook, right? But because it
Yep.
has that
Yep.
coating, it's also incredibly strong. So you can't go
Mhm.
wrong either way. I mean, if you decoy makes a great hook, there's a ton of good hooks. So, but
Oh,
that's
for sure.
that one I love on the beaver and the stick. That 1/0 or 2/0 size, either way
Yep.
works. Yep.
There's your 1/0. Yep. And then here are your free rig weights.
Yep.
This is the
So that's the
Zapu.
Zapu pin-free shot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm either using that.
It's got a unique shape to it.
Yeah.
Weird, man. See, they're always thinking about their stuff. Talk to me, man. This
Yeah.
is not just your average shape.
So
Wait, I mean, they always are thinking about the way they engineer stuff. Blows me away.
I like the Ryugi. Drop the DS Delta.
Yep.
Weights as well that have the round eye. I like that Zapu. Basically, the Zapu is cool because it's a more of a muted tungsten.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you're right.
I feel like weights are a little shiny.
Yeah.
And so that one's a little bit more compact. It's got, some edges to it, and it just comes through rocks and covers so well.
Hold on. This is the point where I have to bring out the magnifier. Excuse me, guys. I'll give you a see. It works.
Perfect.
The magnifier. We geek out, man. We want to magnify colors.
yeah.
Travis, don't worry. I won't do that again. I just had to do it once.
To
show. I know, man. And thank you, Tacklecraft, for the suggestion on using the magnifier. These next couple baits have my attention. I'm really super sexy stoked about this. OSP Dolive a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Solid tube-like. Talk to me in a beautiful color. You guys can't see the highlight stuff going on in this color, but you kind of can. It's got a purple descent to it. It's got a blue highlight to it.
Yeah, so Neon Wakasagi is the name of that coil.
Thank you.
So the Dolive shot can be used as a tube. It's like a solid bodied tube.
Sure.
It's great on a free rig. It has a horizontal fall just like a Senko.
But
it's designed as a back glide bait.
Yeah, you can see the rigging options up front here, right?
Yep.
So
So if you want to rig it as a back glide and pitch it to a dock and have it go underneath the dock instead of away from the dock, you can do that. It's just
kind of like the Konami palm tree or the Yamamoto, you know the one.
Yeah, the Fat Ica.
Thank you.
Yep. So same concept, only this one, when you rig it straight, has a perfect kind of Senko fall to it as well, right?
Yeah. So once you ruin it on the back slide, you could turn it around and fish it on the front slide.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's a lot of versatility to that one.
Mm-hmm. Now these baits have my attention. These flat OSP Dolive SS Gill.
Yeah.
So let's talk about these and the bull flat.
Yeah. So both of those should be super effective for you on your journey. So the two most popular bluegill baits, soft plastic bluegill baits in Japan, are those two that you have in your hand.
Wow.
So
wow.
The bull flat is the most popular bluegill bait in Japan.
Right.
It's super subtle. It looks like it's going to have a ton of movement with that wedge tail on the back.
Sure.
But it doesn't. It's very, very subtle. And even that OSP.
Is it glidey?
Yeah, so it's going to kind of glide away from you while it's kind of swimming, but it's a very subtle swim, right? So the flat baits are just going to have more of that true panfish profile. So if you're around bluegills or perch or anything like that, they smoke
all the time.
Free rig both of those, by the way.
Okay, great. So this is like my free rig box setup.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. This is money. This little box gets my Epic Eric Bass Lab award tonight. And then I've got another award to hand out tonight, Ben. You're getting several. So what do we have left? Oh my God, we got to keep going. Holy crap. Now we're getting into we're getting into the cardboard boxes. Travis, this is ridiculous, right? Yeah. And Ben, I got to give it to you, man. The otaku name is perfect for you. You know your shit. You know your shit.
A nerd at heart, man.
Dude, You're a nerd after my own heart. I don't mind saying it. I've had prop jigs, but not this size. Holy crap! I could throw a big ass bait on the back of it.
Legit.
Now,
Yeah.
what am I throwing on the back of it?
So
let's talk about it.
That's a kind of a cool. So Depths only makes those prop jigs every couple of years. They're really hard to make.
Sure.
It's a super neat concept. They've basically think of it as a spy bait.
Yeah,
That's the best way to think of it. So
that's a good way to think of it.
It's like a swim jig with a spy bait mentality that you can put down there, and it kind of maintains its depth. I included it because I think it should be perfect for you at Clear Lake. So put a Kitech on the back of it, or something like that, and you'll be in good shape.
Right on, man. And then I've never thrown it, but the Depths B Custom chatterbait. I'm a chatterbait freak. I'm a big JDM chatterbait freak.
Yep.
I had the Imakatsu Mogula moth chatter all to myself way back in the day. First threw it with Pete Gluzik while we were doing some filming on the Upper Bay. He was throwing a regular chatterbait. He caught nothing until I handed him eyes. I was throwing a Sasu Teki Craw on the back, by the way, to get it even heavier.
There you go.
It's full of salt.
Yeah.
And I was just vibing that day with the fish. And he goes, at Carpenter's Point, he turns to me and he goes, "Give me your rod now." And I hand him my rod, and in 150 yards, he caught 2 over 3. And we both looked at each other and we go, sometimes it is the bait. Yep. Anyway, talk to me about the B Custom. What makes this unique and different?
Just something different. So, Depth's first bait to the market, Depth's is famous for their big baits, right? Like slide swimmers. And,
for sure.
We've opened a lot of evokes today. But their first bait to market was actually a spinnerbait called the B Custom spinnerbait. And it's still regarded as one of the best structure spinnerbaits ever made. And what makes it so good is the head. It's got a perfect head shape, and it really helps maintain the depth of the spinnerbait and prevents the lift, right?
Yep.
Well, they basically took that same head design here and made a bladed jig version of it. So again, you're going to get a lot of depth control. You're going to get just a different vibration. I mean, do we need something other than a jackhammer? I mean, probably 90% of the time, no. But as you just suggested,
sorry, we do.
Yeah, you do. So
I do. I do. I mean, I'm not going to talk about it. I would reserve it for a VIP stream. But there are things that the jackhammer, I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to say, I know something most others don't. And I'm not talking about it tonight. I'm just going to show Ben's baits and let him talk about all of them. So B Custom, very cool.
Yeah. So same idea that we talked about with square bills and different stuff, right? Sometimes you want it to wobble wide. Sometimes you want it to be tight, do different things. These are just options. More tools.
Right on. These, I threw this in a tournament with Travis last year in an area that had just been literally murdered. And my first fish, I think, was a 4. Then I caught like a 2 and change. But I mean, it had been murdered. I mean, like bladed jigs, swim jigs, just rolling through the area. It came in with this little sneaky ass chatterbait. Yeah. Different sound, different vibration, completely different profile than the vaunted jackhammer. And proud to say it got me 2 fish that made it to the weigh-in bag. So pretty cool. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Tungsten,
small. I mean, you pretty much just hit the nail on the head. The head design is designed to come through grass for easy, not bogged down. It's just different look, right? More finesse, different vibration, different pitch.
Yep. So, do you like the dough live stick on the back of these?
So on those smaller ones, I like the Imakatsu. The dough live stick is amazing on the back.
Yeah, I mean, what a super sexy ass color. I mean, that's just
freaking
love it.
Honey Flash. It's a great
Honey
one.
Flash. Oh my god.
Jackhammer Stealth Blade, any of those smaller sized, more finessey profile blade baits. Always get either the dough live stick or the little deck out or something like that. Versus like a Zocco or a paddle tail or something.
Right on, man. Another Otaku Shad LV500. Sorry, I'm holding it upside down.
I wanted you to have the whole collection there, guy.
Yeah, man. And then the White Walker, little crackleback, man, with the crazy eye in it. I love it, man. It's like a zombie eye. That's why I got the White Walker. Travis, was that the aliens you were talking about earlier? No, the gray goat.
The grays.
The grays. Yeah. This is the cousin of the grays. It's called the White Walker. Alien
Could be.
meets zombie on Earth. The Grays versus the White Walker by Travis Manson.
Okay.
Boom.
White Walker's a sick color. It's a color that we do custom with Teckle and a kick knocker, and we again, I don't know why there's not more white colors in baits, but there wasn't one in LV 500, so we had them make the White Walker in it, and it's just it's a cool thing. And again, these aren't available on shelves. These are things that we had them do special for our our bento boxes or moments like this. So yeah, glad you got one, dude.
There's something about these eyes. So the Kaiser, I know you know this jig head, the Kaiser jig head, right? Made by Demiki. They made one that was black that had like a gold holograph, like that type of eye, but in gold. And I swear it was one of the best inchy wacky heads I ever used. It got the shit bit out of it. Was it the technique or was it that eye that just provided enough flash? I don't know, man. But
I don't know. I haven't fished with you. Was it his technique or was it the eye, Travis?
Well, that's debatable.
Inchy wacky, man. Inchy wacky. You didn't even hear of it. Right? I mean, right? Inchy wacky technique. Perfected in Japan.
Yep.
What is inchy wacky, Travis? All right, let's keep going, man.
Again, more options. So this is the original stealth blade.
Yep.
So this was the first kind of clear plastic blade chatterbait on the market.
Be right back. I gotta show you something.
Hunts like crazy. It's got great action.
Yep.
So
Yep. It does something like crazy. What's your favorite trailer on the back of the blade jig?
So if I'm throwing any of those finesse ones.
No, I'm talking about this one.
So
the one that comes with it, or
I use the Dual Live stick on it, but the one that comes with it is the OSP trailer.
Correct.
And that one, so a lot of this is going to come down to, so many people get stuck using one trailer for all their bladed jigs, but you can change the action to being wider or tighter or faster or slower by adjusting the trailer, right? So
you could do a whole series on that, couldn't you?
100%.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's one for my shop. So I'm a fan.
There
I'm
you
a
go.
fan.
Yep.
And when the skirt gets hacked up, I throw some fur and feather on that thing. I made one like a chatter leech out of it. Basically black with it's so sexy in the water it hurts.
It sounds good. Yeah. You have to send me one.
It's really good. I'll tie you up one.
All right.
Oh yeah. All right, we keep going. How's everybody doing? You guys still interested out there in smallmouth crush land? Or you want me to stop? I don't know. What's the feedback,
Keep
Travis?
going. I don't know. I'm on his website right now looking at the
Travis
the
has been Travis has been shopping. Aren't you supposed to be monitoring the
I'm trying.
All right, I don't think you are. This is a big bait. This is a depths heavyweight. It's the Sakamara. What is it?
Dude, nailed it. Sakamata Shad.
Yeah.
So you haven't thrown this yet?
I have not. And it has got this really cool appendage. I guess now I gotta rip the pack open. I'm not doing it.
Open. Commit.
But I'm gonna show. Hold on, I'll get it right there. All right, see this little on the head of the bait? It's got this little, like not a fin, but it's got like I don't know.
Here,
let me see. Travis can.
Open one. You can keep yours fresh. Hold on.
All right, man. I'm trying. Crazy, man. Look at that bull flat. I'm gonna put that over there.
Okay, so when this bait first came out to the market, we all kind of thought, oh, great, a $10 fucking fluke from depth.
Right.
Like whoop-de-doo. But, so this is one of those baits that looks just like a fluke, but it's got some very subtle differences, and you can't really tell the differences until you use it. So here's the appendages that you were talking about. So it's got these kind of flare gills up here.
Yep.
What those are designed to do is those are designed to just give it some stability. So as it falls, it's going to have more of a true kind of horizontal fall. But the biggest thing that this does, and it's in combination with the plastic and how it's built, is you can certainly use this bait as a fluke. right? So
Right.
throw it out and use it like a jerk bait and twitch it around, whatever. And they're available in a heavyweight version, which I gave you, right?
That's right. That's right.
Which is
Yep.
going to be a higher salt content, so it'll sink down deeper and faster.
Travis,
Or
take
I
note.
am.
All right. You listening to this, right?
okay, it's also available in a non-heavyweight, so if you want to keep it up higher, right? But here's what's dope about these, and it's the same for either the heavyweight or the non-heavyweight. You can fish this like a skinny dipper.
What?
So you can cast it out and just burn it in.
Whoa.
And when it burns in, instead of having this really big paddle tail movement, it's a super tight, subtle movement that you can really, once you put this down in the water and you pull it next to your boat, you go, holy shit. I didn't even think that was going to do that. But it's really, really subtle. So when they start busting bait and chasing bait and they get really keyed in on like schooling bait. So like this is an incredible, like very hush-hush thing with like herring guys. Right?
Oh,
So, and it's because, you know, it's heavy and you can cast it a really long ways,
sure.
but it's so subtle and lifelike and natural that they smoke it. And literally you can't fish it fast enough.
That's so
So
crazy.
it's just it's a cool bait, right? It's got a lot of versatility to it. If you do nothing else but take it down to Clear Lake and throw it out across a point, let it sink to the bottom and fish it like a jerk bait down the bottom, they're
Sure.
gonna smoke it. But
Wow.
you know, you can burn this across grass over open water anytime they're busting up bait. You know, it's
Right on.
It's a cool deal.
Recommended hook?
So depending on the size, you're either gonna want a hook like that I put in there, like that beast hook,
Yep.
or you're gonna want a traditional kind of EWG style.
Sure.
And again, a lot of it is personal preference. If you go with the EWG style, make sure you bury your knot into the bait if you're gonna burn it.
Sure.
So that way it has this just straight head that just
Planing.
forcing it down, and those fins just kind of cause it to move side to side.
All right, let's talk about EWG hooks. Let's talk about the Gamakatsu hybrid. I'm not a fan of the Gamakatsu EWG. I love Gamakatsu hooks. I'm not busting on them. I don't like any hook where as you mentioned, the line tie is in line with the hook point.
Yeah.
Terrible. It's got to have bite for me. What is one of your favorite EWG hooks now? A lot's happened in the hook market. You got the tournament grade wire that's come out recently. Talk to me. You know, I'm sure you have multiple for different applications. I saw what you put in the free rig box, but let's say for this bait, larger style, you know, larger EWG style hooks outside of the beast.
So my two EWG style hooks of choice are the Ryugi and Finney, which you had, and those are available in like a size like 8, like super small, all the way like through 7/0.
Crazy. That's
so
so
you
crazy.
can get like a heavier gauge 7/0, like so something like this, right? If I'm throwing a big like 7 or 8 inch, I'm gonna probably go with a 6 or 7/0 hook.
Right.
The other one that's super dope is Zappu. So they make a hook called the Bellows Hook, and they actually created the hook to fit like a bellows stick or a bellows gill. It's just an amazing EWG hook. It's a little bit thicker and heavier gauge wire. So if I need something with a little more weight to kind of pull it down a little bit, I'll go with the Zappu. If I want something a little thinner wire, I'll go with the Ryugi. And of course, Decoy, the KG worm hook is a great one. So any of those would be good options.
Right on, man.
But
all right,
I'm with you. I'm not a huge fan of the Gami.
But
again, it's just from, you know, experience and not having good luck with it.
Right on. Yep. Oh, yeah. Here's your Ryugi 5/0 in Finney.
So that'll fit that purple one that I gave you. That 6-inch purple one. That's perfect on that one.
Right on. And you look at the bite.
Is that 6-inch a heavyweight or no? Or they don't make them that small heavyweight?
So they make heavyweights all the way down to 5-inch.
Travis, you need to look at the colors like now. And you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know.
You know. I know you know. All right. These are cool, man. I've read about these jigs. I actually bought some. I didn't stick with them. It's the Carver jig by ISM. Unique little bait. I'm going to go ahead and bust it out because this one's going in the game as soon as I fish a swim jig.
This is a Clear Lake, California Delta. Like, it's not really a secret anymore, but it's you're gonna want this.
So check this out, guys. This is what initially attracted me to this Carver jig. I've got some in the Bass Lab in the back. You'll see a spring lock, but look at how this hook moves up and down off of the head. How tight is that? So you get a completely different action. Talk to me about your preferred trailer. I'm sure you put one in here, and I'm going to guess it's this one right here, and this Doe Live Shad, or Do Live Shad, or is it Doe Live Shad?
Doe Live, yeah. So
Doe Live. Do you hook it upside down like some dudes do? Do you just rig it straight? Okay, cool.
Rig it straight. So, you know, you can use any trailer on this. The Magda freestyle works excellent on this also, by the way.
Wow.
But, you know, a K-Tech's fine. The Doe Live Shad is usually my choice. Jackal Rhythm Wave is a good one too.
Yeah.
So I like the Doe Live Shad because the Doe Live Shad has some rock to it.
Yeah.
And when
I'm a big fan of rock
with that jig, you just get just a different movement. You know, K-Tech pretty much just has a tail kick. And the Doe Live Shad's going to give you a little bit of rock, but still let you fish it quick. So that's usually my starting point there. But
I think that was some of the magic with the Skinny Dipper. You know, Skinny Dipper with a Stanley rivet, believe it or not, the little triangle shaped frog hook for a rivet, gave that Skinny Dipper not just a tail kick, but it completely had a lot of, I mean, the whole body was rolling.
Yeah.
And it just was magic. When it first came out, I mean, the Skinny Dipper was like throwing, it was unbelievable.
It was like crack to him for a couple of years there.
Truly was. Like if it just shows you that bass do get conditioned, and I don't care what you say. I mean, certainly there are certain baits they bite all the time. But there's a certain baits that you just have that something to it, and it ignites the fish again, and you can just be giggling as you're rolling behind people catching them. So I'm pretty stoked about this. You sent it to me in a couple different colors. Thank you very much.
This, you know, if you pay attention to social media and stuff, like 6 Cents basically knocked this thing off. And it's, I mean, their jig is great too, but this is the original one. It's a little bit different design. So, you know, try both of them and see which one you like. But I think this one is just tried and true and proven, and you're gonna dig it.
All right, let's talk about this OSP Jig 06 Slipper 5/16. So unique size. You don't see many swim jigs in 5/16.
So this is my favorite swim jig. Again, that Doe Live Shad is my go-to trailer on the back of it.
Okay.
It's small, it's easy, it comes through stuff. It's a swim jig.
Yeah, right.
When you break it down to swim jig, they all kind of do the same thing. This one has a great hookup ratio. It also has a hole where the bait goes. It's going to have some keepers, and there's a hole that you can insert a toothpick to like triple enforce it.
Ooh, I dig it.
So if you're going to sit on your dock or something like that, you can really tack it on there good.
That's nice, man. That's a nice feature. You don't see that much, you know, save you some trailer money, right? Because that ain't cheap. Okay, we're big Ned riggers here at Smallmouth Crush. The depths cover scat. Is that what this is? Yeah, cover scat.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I mean, it's bigger than I thought it'd be, but I don't mind it. It's got literally.
You don't want to Ned rig that though.
No, tell me what I want to do with this.
So this
you got my attention now.
All right. So you haven't used this yet, then?
No.
Okay.
No.
So cover scat is the hottest bait in Japan. Has been.
Come on, man. No way. What are they doing?
So this bait was originally designed as a flip bait. It's basically like a super heavy Senko, right?
Yeah.
But guides on Biwa figured out very, very quick that they could throw this thing out on structure and let it sink down to 20, 30 feet.
Yeah.
And fish it like a jig. And they could put it where fish have never seen this before and basically have a weedless, snag-free jig.
So what you're talking about, like pretend there's a brush pile out there somewhere.
Yeah, rock pile, brush pile, ledge, whatever, right? So they're throwing it out, they're letting it sink down. And now, if you have the patience of a Japanese killer, you're throwing it out there, you're letting it sink to 30, you're peeling all your line off too. You're using straight fluoro, right?
What?
You're letting your fluoro sink down to 30 feet also. So literally spending like 5 minutes letting it sink down there. And then,
thank God I don't fish in 30 feet.
Then you're just ripping it.
What?
And then letting it fall back to the bottom and then winding up your slack, right? And then just ripping it and then winding back your slack. and it's staying down on the bottom and banging around down there that nothing has really banged around down there before like that.
Travis, are you looking at that, Travis? That's crazy. And it looks like it's tail weighted, so it might have a little backslide to it.
Yeah, a little bit. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy plastic. It really, if you are not going to be impressed with like the action, I guess there's nothing to really like move or flail or whatever.
It's a do-nothing bait.
It gets down there to the bottom and it bounces around, and they eat the stupid thing. So,
I know a few do-nothing baits that just are still catching them nonstop in Green Pumpkin. So this is the burrito baits.
Yep.
Which I was fortunate to get several, but I don't have this one. This is what, their back rack shad? No. Now it's a bull shad. But was this?
So I think I gave you the Havasu special.
Yeah, this is hot mess, it says. Hot mess.
Okay.
Look at that thing. It is a hot mess. Talk to me.
So those are dope swim baits, as you know, if you have some. They're silicone. So they're going to have a little bit more life to them than a traditional soft plastic. But what that bait does so well is you can get it to the bottom and you can crawl it along the bottom and it will stay down there dragging around. So it's just a great structure swim bait, which, you're probably not going to need in Florida.
No.
When you come out this way, right, you're going to definitely want that. Yeah.
All right. That completes that box. That's pretty tight.
That was a good box.
Right. That's a damn good box, man. All right, this is the final box. How's everybody doing? Is everybody hanging in there?
So much stuff.
This has been awesome, man. All right. Oh, man. So everybody has heard of this one, the Hasdong, right? Shad?
Yep.
That is a finessey little dude right there.
So smallmouth crack on a drop shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Enough said. Yep. So we've got it in multiple colors. We've got the Rain's Bubbling Shaker. Now, that's a color I haven't seen. There doesn't seem to be almost any color. This is called Neon Oagasahi.
Yeah, kind of a clear bait fish. So this looks like it's an extension of your drop shot. Because that drop shot pack was a pretty small pack, right?
It was, right. Exactly.
So
exactly.
You're going to get to some robos in there, too, I believe.
Oh, yeah. I'm coming down the robo stretch right now, man.
So all of these
special run colors.
Yes. So we had all of our staff develop their own color.
That's just ridiculous.
They've never been available. They've only been available as like special promotional things. So there you go. You got one of each of them.
So I've got Neon Goby for all you Goby fans out there. Neon Goby. I've got look at this one. I don't even know how to say it. You're gonna have to help me.
That was supposed to be hippie soggy. There's supposed to be a Wakasagi and for hippie that works here, but they spoke it hippie sagui. So call it whatever you want to call it.
Orion, I'm loving it.
So this is one that I named after my favorite beer that I drink every day, except for today because I'm out. There's an Orion shortage, but
redneck, I'm gonna get chewed. Nice orange underbelly. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Oh my God. What else we got? Green.
What color was that? Redneck.
Redneck. Green pumpkin dawn. What is going on with that?
Half morning dawn, half green pumpkin. Just, best of both worlds, I guess, right?
Hello. That's right. And Royal Highness.
So that's Jeffrey the King's color.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Shit.
Money right there. And then, so tell me about because it's not something that I drop shot much. I'm sorry. And then we have Yes. And it's just green pumpkin-y.
Oh my God.
With blue flake. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Travis. And then there's a little Nikko surprise in here for you. All right, let's talk about this curly tail robo.
Oh my God. Just stop 1 second.
What happened?
Give me a second.
What's wrong?
I hate doing this on live. I got to ask you a question.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
You okay, man?
I'm going to put something up on the screen. And I don't want you guys watching this to beat me to it or whatever, if this is the case. But I don't know if you even have this in your store. I just want to show you something. Can I get that right there, right now?
I might know somebody that has that laying around.
Okay.
Yeah, I might be able to help you out with that.
Well, I have one pack between us.
There you go. So you've really never thrown the curly tail?
No, tell me about it, man.
So-
Travis has never thrown it with me. Now he
I
might throw it, but we.
I have. Don't
I
get me
know what
started.
you
I'll
would-
go get my
listen,
box.
Listen. There are things that you throw with me, and there are things that you don't throw that you have. There's lots of stuff I have that we've never thrown together. There is a freaking veritable treasure trove of old school tackle, new school JDM sitting in this house that we've never explored because we go out. Sometimes we film, and sometimes we
so
explore.
blown
But
away right
sometimes you
now.
just put on a
I
yoga pants
can't keep
and-
up with this. I'm trying to deal with this. I'm looking
Listen.
here. I got redneck on my mind. I got this
Listen.
curly tail robo worm.
Listen, stop
What?
being, don't wear yoga pants and don't throw yoga pants anymore. Break out of your shell and let's go. All right. Anyway, keep going. Why
Well,
the
unless you got
curly
good
tail?
yoga pants? Then keep those yoga pants on.
He does
So-
look good.
All right, so
Oh,
curly
God.
tail is basically the answer when the fish get more aggression. So when they're really laid up, lethargic, it's not necessarily a water temp thing. It's just when they're just kind of in a chill mood, it's hard to beat a straight tail. It moves so natural, right?
True.
It doesn't have too much flash. But the curly tail, if you're gonna either drop swim like you would that hazardong, or you're gonna fish your bait relatively
drop
quick
swim.
because the
Right
fish
on.
are a little more aggressive, that
Yeah.
curly tail just has such a beautiful little something extra, right?
Yeah.
So so for me, it's like post spawn through summer. It's curly tail.
Look,
They're
man.
juiced, they're schooled, they're active. It moves much quicker.
That's a hot color. That's kids menu, and you can't see this purple coming off the brown, but damn.
Peanut butter
Kids
and jelly.
menu.
Yeah.
Yep. JN's Semper Fi, if you're interested. That's got a little motor oil look to it. This one is 24K Magic. Oh my God. I mean, a smallmouth wouldn't really like that at all. And then the one Travis is dying over. And then a new Nikko to me shows up, which I just think it's going to be devastating. This is the Zaza Leech.
Yeah, you haven't thrown the leech yet.
Don't have any.
You're gonna like the leech, dude.
I'm a fan. I make a little bait called the shaky jig worm. I love a flat bottom bait.
Yep.
It's a jig and a worm together, and I've been crushing them. This is my little purple rain color, but it's a jig and it's a shaky head. There it is, Travis. Why didn't you bring that up to New York?
Now
Oh,
you're
you
supposed
got
to
my
show that
packs.
color. I'm sneaky too, bro.
You ain't
Know
sneaky
this.
when you don't.
Know this.
Dude.
Don't start.
Dude, I knew about Zaza
You don't
Nikko
even
before
know.
you
You
before
don't-
you
get
even
out of
born,
here.
dude. Oh, come on. I got them in the garage up there, bro.
Oh God.
We throw the
All right.
same stuff all the time. Let's break out of our shell. Make a
Back to
commitment
these.
tonight.
I gotta find some more of
Let's-
these bad boys.
Let's go film some new stuff,
you do.
man. So that concludes the session. But now I'm going to hand out a couple of awards. So this badass mega bass. Thank you. Tell me what this is again.
It's called the multi-inner case.
All right, the multi-inner case.
Mhm.
This gets and I'm sending you these stickers, man. I'm sending you these slaps, and then I've got something for you and Jeffrey the King and Griff. So it gets my Dr. Krankenstein award.
Nice.
It's going right on it, man. It's Dr. Krankenstein. This box is worthy of a Dr. Krankenstein award. Thank you very much. That's outstanding.
No,
Outstanding.
thank you for honoring it with such a prestigious award.
It is. It's the
Thank you.
first award of 2022 by Dr.
Boom.
Krankenstein.
That's in the record books right there.
It may be the first Dr. Krankenstein award ever.
I can't get over this curly tail worm.
Me either. So, and you're a drop shutter, dude. Shame on you. All right. So I decided to paint a crankbait in Aaron's Morning Dawn.
Oh, nice.
How'd that turn out? Did
I
I
am
nail it?
cool.
Did I nail it? Well, that's with
Good.
nail polish, bro. In my basement. Why not
You
more
did
crankbaits in worm colors, man? Got me thinking.
Yeah.
You got me thinking. You got me thinking. All right. So I know, does Jeffrey the King still work with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. So what size shirt does he wear? Is he a medium or a large?
Oh, he's an extra small.
He's an extra small?
Yeah, he likes tube tops.
What?
So I want to send him a shirt.
He's a medium. He's a small little dude.
All right. This is the Rise and Glide, man. I gotta get him since he's a big bait fanatic. I mean, that's his jam, right? Would you say he's your big bait guy in the store,
yeah,
right? I mean,
he's a grinder on the big bait.
some of those Arizona videos. Where was he fishing? I don't know the lakes down there, but
We have
where does he film?
several lakes, but we have two main swim bait lakes here, Saguaro and Canyon.
Okay.
They'll stock with trout, so in theory they grow bigger. Those are kind of the main two. They've been that way ever since I was a kid.
Right on.
But we've got some other lakes that he's starting to film at more that are getting gizzard shad. So gizzard shad is
Ooh.
relatively new to us.
Yeah, right on.
We've only had gizzard shad for a few years, so even our bass are still kind of like, what the fuck's that? Right? But now they're kind of like zoning in and figuring out like, oh, that's delicious. So now we're starting to get that in some bodies of water, and we've got the two trout lakes that he fishes a lot too.
Right on. So I'm sending him my Rise and Glide slap and then a Rise and Glide shirt.
Sick.
So
all right,
yeah.
I'll make sure he gets it.
Make sure he gets it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Very good, man. Hey, man, you rocked the house tonight, dude. This was what I've been needing. It's a great way to start my year, and there's so much more I could talk to you about. I'd probably talk your ear off, but you know your baits. You've built an incredible business. I mean, when we said that you were coming on the stream, the DMs that I got from people were just so excited to see you and to spend a lot of time, man. Thank you very much. Super generous with your time to agree to come on.
This is awesome.
Yeah, man.
Very good.
And I'm representing. There
Oh,
it is,
hell
bro.
yeah, dude. There you go, brother.
Yeah, I had to wait till the end of the show
Awesome.
to bust it out, man. Right
Well,
on.
Derek,
right on.
I appreciate the business, dude. Thank you for trusting me to spend your money. So I hope you have a great time with that box, dude.
I'm totally going to have a great time. I mean, you've provided, I don't know how much content's in those bento boxes and other boxes, but it's pretty flat out ridiculous. So I'm a bait freak. I love trying new things. I love to learn. I have mad respect for the Japanese lure designers. I went down the JDM rabbit hole a long time ago. I found some gems along the way, bought some dogs along the way too, but there's nothing like figuring something out and, shape, size, profile action that shows the bass something different and then mastering a new technique. So, man, bravo, man. Bravo. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Very good. A lot of great comments coming in. Obviously, guys, I was too preoccupied here trying to figure my life out, thinking I had everything figured out, but I know nothing. Geez, there is so much
Crazy,
cool
right?
baits. We really seriously appreciate you coming on. I'm going to be doing a little shopping here. And what's the best way to keep up as far as new products, things like that you have going on at the store?
So I'm super active on Instagram. So I run my Instagram page. I like talking. Like this is in my lane, right? So so I'm posting on there pretty much every day or twice a day. I can answer DMs on there. Also every week, so every Sunday on our YouTube channel, which is the Hookup Tackle, we drop a what's new video. So we'll highlight all the new product drops. If something is really limited or really exclusive, we save it for that video drop every week. So that way people know that they don't have to stress like, is something going to drop on a Tuesday night or a Thursday morning or whatever. There's a consistency there to it as well. So between those two, dude, you're going to be in the loop.
Right on.
Just follow me. If you have any questions, just hit me a DM on Instagram and I'm there.
Awesome.
Right
Good
on, man.
stuff,
Great
man.
job tonight, man.
You're
you
always welcome back. Seriously,
hey,
we
man.
appreciate this a lot.
Yeah, we broke over 300 tonight live, man.
Sick.
And yeah, that's awesome. We haven't been there in a little bit, so in a minute.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you
work.
for the award. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the business. So,
you got it, man.
thanks,
I'll be
guys.
back.
Have
I'll
a
be
great
back.
night, okay?
Sounds
And I'll see
right.
you and Jeffrey the King and Griff. Griff was also involved in the putting together of the package, right? But please give
100%.
Griff my thank you as well for meeting him. And we'll see you in Arizona, man. I'm coming across the country at some point. And
Sounds great.
it started out with Goonie Wolf. You know Kyle, right? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right. He's out your way, right? He's a badass designer, and
Yeah.
it was gonna be my YOLO Bass Tour. And
There
then
you
I'm
go.
like, YOLO Bass Tour. I'm like 58 at the time, and I'm like, I'm not a YOLO guy. This is Legendary Lakes, man. Let's do the Legendary Lakes Tour. So hopefully me and Travis will be shooting a pilot episode or 2 or 3 this year if we can work through it with a title sponsor. And if not, I'm jumping on the road and I'm not coming back. So I'm making it to the West
Sounds
Coast.
great. Well, maybe I'll catch up with you in Florida too. I'll definitely holler at you
Man,
and see what the
dude.
dates are.
That would be epic, man. I would love to do that, man. Great, man. Ben, a pleasure meeting you online, man. Great talking to you in the past. I've ordered from you before without knowing you, just because I saw the sauce going on in your store, man. So great work. You built an incredible business, and mad respect. I know it's a lot of effort, and even more respect because you have fun doing it. And that's something to be said for laughing along the way and taking care of your people, man. Bravo to you.
Thank you very much, dude. And again, thanks for the business, and thanks for having me on, guys.
You got it, man. Have a great night.
All right. Good night, everyone.
We'll talk soon.
See you.
Wow. That was legit. That was awesome.
Yes.
What'd you guys think? I couldn't watch the comments, man. I don't know.
They loved it.
Okay.
They're all a bunch of hungry wolves, though, man. I'll tell you. I went on eBay to grab that jerk bait, and I was going to wait till the end and put it on the screen showing it bought, and somebody picked it up already. So
you didn't think when I told you that I did what I did. I don't think you thought he's just going to send you some bunch of junk, man. He gave me some sauce, bro.
I didn't know what you did until the live stream, and I saw it.
What do you mean?
I had no idea what you were up to.
I told you what I did.
You could you never said until you got the box. You never said, "Hey, Travis, this is what I'm doing. It sounds pretty cool. Would you like to get involved in this?" That conversation never happened.
You didn't ask me any questions. You just kind of
never even brought it up, dude.
Okay, man. You got to be more curious in life.
If you're doing something cool like that, I'd like to know about it.
All right, I'll loop you in on future purchases.
Okay.
All right. Wow, that was fun, man. I need that occasionally, bro. Got to have that occasionally. That talk was good for my fishing soul. That's what the doctor ordered right there for the winter doldrums. Sure, it cost me $1,000, but I think that's probably the best $1,000 I've spent on fishing in a while. So, and anyway, but the talk was as valuable as the money spent, right? Just a little bit of the education, a little bit of aha moments in terms of hook. Whoa. Did that kind of blow you away being a drop shotter? I mean, you are like a master drop shotter.
No,
I know you're not going to change hooks.
I think everyone has their opinions, and he makes some good points.
But wouldn't it make sense? So, like, let's go out and drop shot. I'll use that hook. You use your
I'm going to pick some up and give it a try. I'm not anti set in my ways. If there's something better, you guys, that's what I'm all about. So I'm going to give those a try for sure.
Yeah, like this hook is now my favorite. I mean, I used it with you when we practiced down there on the James.
Sure.
Man. The owner cover shot. It's now replaced the Gamakatsu. I mean, that Aaron Martin's,
for
drop
what
shot hook
for Texas rigging drop shot baits.
100%.
That's what you would use? Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I told you when you were ordering hooks. Yeah.
Yep.
I think you got some. Yep. My new fave. And I tied up something pretty special on that thing. So check this out. You know that little thing I bought from Russia, right? With the little ball, pivoting ball head.
Yep.
So I was able to tie some material on that cover shot. What? More coming. Sneaky little things happening. I'm getting my creation groove back in the Bass Lab, man. I'm feeling good. Ooh,
I have a lot of questions on the package of baits I held up earlier. We're going to be talking about this in the future. Sit tight. This is a color that's not available just yet. But will be.
Nice. Available on Smallmouth Crush.
There you go.
I hope it's an exclusive. Food for thought. Well, great stream tonight, man. Thanks for letting me do that. I'm glad I reached out to him and he was available. I'm pretty pumped, man. He was like very open to it when I reached out to him, and glad I decided that it was going to be fun to
It's unfortunate though. I'll be honest. There's, I was on the website. There's a bunch of stuff out of stock, just like everywhere. Supply's tough. That's the problem right now.
But yeah,
you mentioned that that heavyweight, and they had the color I need, but it's definitely not available. So I guess it's just like everything else. You have to keep looking and searching.
Yeah. Yeah, right. It's the hunt, man. It's the hunt.
I'm sick of hunting, man.
Dude, I know, man. You've been hunting. You've been hunting containers. Yeah, you have, man. You've been hunting foam. With
everything.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You've been hunting. I mean, you really have been hard at work. You have been, man. Every day. Spreadsheets, items, SKUs, suppliers, manufacturers, cardboard, stickers, containers, hardware, show schedules. It's nuts, man. You got to be a good hunter in this game, man. But I that's something I love. I love the thrill of the hunt. It's kind of like if you're a scrapper or you're an antiquer. I used to hunt marbles. I collected them, antiques in particular, and there was nothing more thrilling than walking into an antique shop and finding a Popeye or a Christensen Flame. Maybe I'll show you my marble collection one day, man. I think people would like it, man. There's some.
You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
You got a marble collection?
Yeah, I got a marble collection.
You know anything about marbles?
I do.
You know about transitional marbles? How can you identify when they started to transition from handmade marbles to partially machine-made marbles? It was by a company, and it had a name. What was the name of the company, and how could you identify that marble?
I'm guessing by the roll.
No.
Well, then I wouldn't know.
So the marble company is called Christensen Agate, and they made a number 9. If you look at the top of the marble, so let's say it was a green outer color, translucent, and a white milky core on top, the way that they would drip and load this machine, they would have to on a punty, and it formed a number 9 on the top. So if you looked in a marble case full of really cheap penny cat's eyes and you saw a number 9 glowing in the middle of it, man, you picked that number 9 out for a penny and you knew you had a $20 marble. That's pretty cool. And then if you got a Christensen Agate Flame, that was a $150 marble. The thrill of the hunt, bro. The thrill of the hunt. Same thing in lures, man. That's what JDM was to me for years, man. Hunting for that. Something special, something unique, something different. That hunting crankbait. That hunting chatterbait. Mogula. Imakatsu. Yeah, man. That's awesome. He was great. Thank you for letting me do that, by the way, man. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah. Listen, next week's guest, of course, we're going to have Dan from the New England Fishing Expo on. Then we're going to get the who we got? Binsky.
Binsky. Steve from Fish Sense Lures, maker, inventor of the Binsky.
Yes.
One of the best blade baits out there. Heavy metal show coming up. Jamie Newton wants to see a marble. I'll have one next week. I used to have a business card, and I named myself the Marble Man. I've lost my marbles, so I'll buy yours. That was my tagline, and I hand it out. So if anybody got marbles and antiques, call me up. I'd come in and pick through and get all the good ones. Yeah, man. Or buy the whole lot if it was only like a jar. And you see like a handmade black marble with like beautiful banded outside colors called an Indian. Man, I got one. It's pretty chipped up. Oh, yeah, man. An onion, an end of day onion. Some beautiful glass work, man.
Very good.
Yeah, you could care less.
No, I just I was caught off guard tonight. That's all.
What do you mean? Again?
With the marble story.
Oh,
Yeah.
You didn't know I collected marbles.
I did not.
That's okay. Yeah, there's lots of things.
Oh man.
There's way more to the man that meets the eye, man. Just got to dig down. Dig down. Well, that was fun, dude. I'm fan. Anybody. Anyway. You guys want to see a little crankbait porn? Oh, I have a crankbait to show you. And maybe, doesn't every smallmouth crush guy need a smallmouth pattern in one of my favorite crankbaits of all time? What would be one of my big-bodied, American-made, super high buoyant, as in like buoyant like balsa, backs up out of cover like a champ, wobbles on the rise. Listen to it.
I'm hearing.
Okay.
Yep.
What is it?
I
It's
don't
not a
know.
bag because it's not balsa. It's plastic.
Do tell.
It's plastic. So if it's super high buoyant, see, it's got to be a fat bait. There's a clue. There's a clue.
Come on, man. The suspense is killing me. Stop being a
bomber.
father.
Fat A. It's their number 5, and I've never seen it in a smallmouth pattern. What?
I like it.
There it is, man. Bomber Fat A, one of my favorites of all time, and the smallmouth color. Bingo. Chris Haney got it. Yep. And by the way, here's another quiz for you guys out there. What Lucky Craft crankbait doubled as a crankbait and a jerkbait? Shad shape, which is very rare for a jerkbait. What are the shad shaped jerkbaits we know about in the Lucky Craft? There's the flap slap, but that's not a Lucky Craft, right? And then Lucky Craft made the
True.
Oh, man. No. The baby shad.
Yes.
And one of the best Lucky Craft colors ever made, golden shiner. Lucky Craft doesn't make golden shiner in many baits, but they made it in the bevy shad. Throw a little feather treble on that bad boy, but don't make the tails of the feather too long because it will impart too much force. You want a very short feather on the back of this bait. Bad little dude right there. And this is the Pro Tune series. So got a few left on the Bass Lab if you're interested. And when they're gone. And don't worry, I got plenty of stock for me. B-Freeze. There you go, 84 nail bone. Yeah, Lucky Craft Bevy Shad, 75. Golden Shiner. What else you got, Travis? You're shopping right now, man. What are you doing? Stop shopping. It's over. These guys were wolves, man. You're right. They ate the chode father up tonight. I think it's funny when Travis goes, "Is this color available?" And I pull one out of the pack.
That curly tail. Listen, a couple house before we leave, guys. I do want to show you or mention here, of course, the VIP. We're going to have VIP members only, just like we do the Patreon, but we're going to try to change it over to this platform. January 24th. Here's a link if you haven't signed up already. We're going to share quite a bit of great information when it comes to JP's way of catching largemouth in the grass. So I encourage as many people as we can get to sign up for that. And of course, we're going to have that special offer from Yamamoto when it comes to this technique as well. So you don't want to miss that. Head on over to my website, VIP Members Live, and you can take advantage of that show coming up on the 24th. Sign up all year. You save some money. Or just sign up for that one. Either way, we'd love to have you.
Boom.
And just like that, let's call it a night, man. Let's just enjoy.
Let's enjoy the positivity. It was a beautiful stream. There was no arguing.
Can you hold up that frozen tequila jerkbait?
I don't even know what box it's in.
Just find it, please.
Hold on. I got to be careful, man. All this stuff is like behind me. Where'd that thing go? Frozen tequila. Okay, man. Got to get to it. Oh, lost it. There it is. Frozen tequila. That's it. I want you guys out there trying to paint it. Just kidding. All right, man. Great stream, bro. That was fun. Thank you for letting me get my bait talk on. Appreciate it.
Different. So these aren't true frozen tequilas on eBay.
Probably not.
What the fuck?
I'm guessing people, you know, there's all sorts of 110 copies out there, right? I mean, I think they're basically hacking everything right now. I don't know what's real and what's not anymore. I'm a little jammed up when it comes to that. Like you can see, like there's freaking DRT.
Did you hold that up?
Yeah.
Did you hold that up? I didn't see it.
What the hell are you doing? Now you're gonna make me get it again?
Just
I closed the box up, dude. If you don't pay attention this time, I'm not doing it.
do it slower.
How about when you ask me to show something and I get it?
Because you're
Maybe you
slow
look.
and I was preoccupied.
Okay, time out. That's it. You're not getting it. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
Tough luck. Watch the replay. Mark it. Tell somebody tell him what when I held it up. If you can mark it for him. I'm not doing that again. Especially since you said I was slow. See, we had it going great, man. You had to do it. You got the jab in at the last minute.
You messed it up.
You fucked up, man. Why you call me fucking slow?